The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Horrible Gamers podcast, show number 202, being recorded on May the 5th, 2018, Cinco de Mayo. Woo! Celebrations all around the world, mostly America and Mexico, but all around the world, we hear the celebrations of Cinco de Mayo. Welcome to another Horrible Gamers podcast. I am your host, Jesus Walks a Lot. Today, I'm joined by my friend from Canada. He's celebrating Cinco de Mayo in Canada. Ryan Gibson, Gib8777. Welcome back.
What's going on, everybody? Another episode of Horrible Gamers, and we're doing this live just for the hell of it.
This is a live show.
This.
Live show, yeah. And from the West Coast to Best Coast, my friend Henley Merrill, Gunny Chief, is back. Welcome back, Henley. Welcome back.
Hola, amigo. Hola. I am celebrating Cinco de Mayo from Santa Rosa, Northern California. How are you?
You rolled that R like too long.
A little bit. I'm learning. Sorry.
Okay.
Good evening, afternoon, night, wherever you are in the world.
Good morning. Yeah. Hello. We're here. You can always follow us on Twitter at _Horrible Gamers. Leave us a review on iTunes, Google Play, thumbs up on Stitcher, review on Podbean, all the good stuff. Just do that for us real quick. Hit subscribe. Also, head over to our Facebook group, our Horrible Gamers Podcast community. You can find that by finding our Facebook page, Horrible Gamers Podcast. And there's a link to the group and the page. Go ahead, join it. It's a closed group, so that means anything you post in the group stays within the group. And no one on your friends list can see it unless they're part of the group as well. You can always email us at feedback@horriblegamers.com. And real quick, let's do shout-outs for our Patreons. You too can be on this list if you head over to patreon.com/horriblegamers and support us by giving us a minimum of $2 a month. Real quick, let's go through the list, guys. Jonathan Hall, one of our biggest pledges, $10. Alan Mabey, Joshua Wolf, Evan Tanaka, John Jerome, Adam Sunday, and Clint Thiel. Thank you guys for being Patreon supporters of the show. We love you. We appreciate the support. The money's going to a good cause. Trust us, it's going to a good cause. So head on over to patreon.com/horriblegamers to get yourself on that list. Guys, our intro song is done by Fowler and Twistex. It is called A Breakout. And girls, the outro song is done by Broke for Free, and it's called Night Owl. Let's get the show going here, guys.
Why do the girls care about the outro and the guys care about the intro?
Because I realized I didn't mention the girls when I said guys, so like I had to mention the girls so they both get something, you know. You got to be equal. Yeah. We're equal opportunity podcasters, okay?
That's right. We're all joining the Boy Scouts.
Okay. Let's get into what we've been playing this week, guys.
Night Owls. I like that name.
Yeah, Night Owl. Yeah. I played a game. I played a game this week, guys. I didn't play much this week. I was very busy doing family stuff. Super busy all week. Not much time to game, actually. I barely turned on my Xbox last night for a little bit. And I played a game called PubG. So I played a little bit of that this week. That's really all I've played, honestly. Like, PubG is just a thing that you can just pick up and play a few, a round of it and then be done with it and feel satisfied. Last week, me and Brink on the weekend, we got together and we played with King Jiggly and ALS Manzito. And we got together and we went into the public test server, I think that's what it's called, or the community test server, the CTS or PTS, something like that for PUBG, now available on the Xbox One. So we downloaded it, we went in there, and we were playing on the Miramar map, which is like the desert Mexican map, because everything's in Spanish, I'm assuming, so it's Mexico, I think. Anyways, I'm just assuming. I'm assuming people's countries.
Could be Brazil.
So we were playing. The map is huge. The map is very different from the way the map on the original PUBG map. I don't know what the hell that map is called. What's it called?
I actually don't know.
Yeah,
Does it even have a name?
I don't know.
The
It's
island?
The PUBG map, right? It's like the first one.
I'm sure it does have a name, but like
Is it called the Russia or something? Like, I don't know. It's fucking weird. It looks like Cold War Russia or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anyways, we were playing on Miramar, and the map is good. The map is. It looks very. The textures look very good for PUBG. Even Brink, like, we all kind of like, when we first loaded into the game, we're like, man, this map just looks better from the sky when you first load in. And as you get into the map, when you land, the textures just look better. It just looks like it's more improved over how the first map looks. It's a cool map. It's very open. Not a lot of trees to hide in. There is kind of a variety in the map, so a lot of hills and stuff like that. I like that. So we got in there. First match, we made it to 3rd place or 4th place, something like that. It was a squad, so we got like 4th or 3rd, or something like that. And at the end, it was me, Brink, or me and Jiggly, or Jiggly and Brink at first, because I died, or some shit like that. It was weird. And then we played again. Second match, we got like 2nd place. Literally, I was the last person alive. I was trying to kill the guy, and he killed me. It was kind of crappy, but we got 2nd place, right? 3rd match, we won. It felt good, man. We won. We actually, it was amazing. We won the match. It feels good to win those matches. So, yeah, I mean, the map is fun. I like it. I like the new weapons they added to the game. There's a sawed-off shotgun. There's a new rifle called the Winchester. I don't really like that rifle.
Powerful?
No, it uses 45 ammo or whatever, so it's not that powerful. And you cannot put more than one attachment on it. I think it's like a scope or something like that. It only has one slot for attachments. So you can add like a bigger clip size. You cannot make it like, you cannot add a suppressor.
Right. I mean, it's a single action.
Yeah, so like it's only like one slot for like a scope or something like that. So I really didn't like the rifle. But yeah, dude, we had fun. King Jiggly, is a good player at PUBG. He's really good at the game. I was impressed by how he played. So me and Brink had fun playing with them. But yeah, that's really all I played this week that I could think of at the moment. I mean, I kind of play a little bit more God of War. But like I said, all week I've been super busy, guys. Haven't had time to really sit down and game. I've been stressed out with family stuff. So.
Jesus. Quick question about the Miramar map, because I haven't played it yet. And it's just on the test server for now. Do they say like when it's coming to the normal servers, or is it just when it's optimized? Not optimized, but just, I guess, patched enough to where it's running correctly?
Rumor has it that it's going to come out this month. They announced that it was going to come out in May for the Xbox version of the game. So I think it'll be this month, maybe the 20th, maybe somewhere around there. I would assume that it would come out for everybody on the Xbox version of the game.
Yeah. I think it's cool that they added this test server to, because I had it on PC back in the day. I think because Ryan bought it on Steam, and it's cool. You could actually try shit out on there first, and to where they can get it running, not perfectly, but enough to where it's playable. That's what I was thinking.
So yeah, the game ran actually super smooth. I mean, there was times where like we were having, the troubles weren't in the game itself; they were more in the main menu. Where like squatting up with people, like some people had to like restart the game, quit out the game, and relaunch the game to be able to like accept the party invite and be able to ready up to start the match. A lot of that happened in the beginning, so there was a lot of menu problems. And I think my game crashed once, but I was spectating like Brink and Jiggly because they were running through the map, and I was just watching them, and my game crashed. So that's still there. I hope that all that gets ironed out. I mean, it's kind of been like, how many months now? 5 months. So they need to really get that going, especially launching the new map. That needs to get fixed big time. But today I read that they're actually launching. Today they have the test server up again because they have like certain time slots where you can play it, and it's completely free. Even if you don't own PUBG, you can download the test server and play the game for free, pretty much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, I think that was available. I was going to tell you right. I think I saw that available on Steam.
Yeah, it's
Or
just
you didn't have to
free.
own the game, which I
Yeah.
thought was pretty neat.
You can just get in there and test it out. So today, they're adding new features to the game on the test server. They're going to test out emotes, and they're going to still continue to test out the Miramar map, but now they're going to unlock the emotes, so you can do emotes in the game while you're playing, I guess.
Yeah,
Get
but
your dance on.
it's one of those weird things where. Sorry, Ryan, I cut you off there.
I said, get your dance on. That's all I said.
Yeah, it's one of those things where they have like a morning, noon, and night thing where it's open for 3 to 4 hours. So it comes in spurts.
Kind of. Usually on the weekends, they like to open them up all day up to like 11 p.m. Pacific time. So it's pretty much all day. You know, like people on the East Coast can play till like 2 in the morning. So yeah, and they open them up like early in the morning, like at 8 in the morning, and they go all day long. So that's on the weekends.
Especially on weekends. Yeah, they
and
want to stress those out as much as possible.
And throughout the week, they do open them throughout the week, and it's usually like 5 p.m. to like 10 p.m. Pacific time. So, you know, like...
That's why I watch my Twitters. I read my Twitters, Jesus. I get my updates.
That's why you watch the Twitters.
All-knowing with Twitter.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they have the schedule somewhere up on the PubG website if you just Google PubG.
They're just links,
schedule.
Basically, that...
Yeah. It'll tell you.
I only need that little bit of information, and that's what Twitter's perfect.
It just links you back to Twitter, right?
It gives you a link to Twitter. Check our Twitter.
Here's a Twitter link to your Twitter account.
Man. But yeah, the game is fun, guys. PUBG is good. I'm glad that they're updating the game and they're bringing new features to it. I gotta say, I played a little bit of Fortnite not too long ago, and that was fun. It ran good. It was a fun experience, but I still like the grittiness of PUBG and kind of how the game runs and how the game, not how it runs, but how it is. You know, just the guns, the way they feel. It feels much more grounded in reality. In Fortnite, you could just jump and shoot your shotgun like crazy, you know, and do all kinds of crazy shit, and that doesn't fly in PUBG. So
yeah, I think that's what's interesting about Fortnite though, is that there's more to it than just a, you know, you can do a lot more with the building and with just jumping over, and I don't know, like PUBG has a different feel to it, obviously, you know, like it's this very similar game, but there's a very different feel, like you know, we've said it a million times, more realistic feel in PUBG, where it's more cartoony in Fortnite, and things are a little goofier, you know, and you can do stupid shit and get stupid weapons like crazy rocket launchers that you can ride rockets and stuff, you know.
Yeah, so
snipe people off of your rocket, you know, while riding your rocket. Yeah,
sniping people while you're riding her. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, and while you control your own rocket.
360 no scope while you're riding a rocket.
Yeah, while you control the rocket. Like now they have the thing where like the homing missiles, you can control them or whatever, so you can just pretty much fly the rocket around till it blows up. It's kind of weird. I don't know. That game is hard for me. It's just incredible how fast people build things. I don't know how they do it, but they do. But that's really all I played this week, guys. I mean, like I said, a little bit of God of War. I'm deeper into the game now, and that game, just like I said before, it never lets up. It's constantly showing you new things, and it's like it's kind of crazy. I'm like, I'm just amazed. I'm like,
you know what's weird?
You reach a point. You're like, this is not the point. This is not the pinnacle of the game. Like, you just keep going higher and higher and higher.
Yeah. You know what's really weird? For me, personally, I get into that game, and I get right into it, and then I get to a point where I get frustrated with it, and I put it down, and I'm like, fuck, I'm never going to fucking play that fucking stupid game. Fuck this. And then 2 hours later, I load it back up again and start playing, and I'm right back in. Like, whatever was frustrating me is gone all of a sudden. And it's like, I don't know what it is about the game. It's like, I keep doing that to myself where I get to a point and I'm like, just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Or I get into a fight and I die. Like, I'll just drop the game all of a sudden. I'll just be like, fuck, I died and I have to fight that. I don't want to fight that guy over again. I'll go play something else.
Yeah.
But then I come back to it and I kick that guy's ass the next time, you know what I mean? But I find that if I just sit there and try over and over and over and over again, I just keep dying. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like, why is this happening to me? I don't understand it. But it's been weird. I've been in a really weird gaming sort of slump, and I think that has something to do with it, but
yeah.
It's God of War is really doing that to me. It's funny, but I go back to it and it's fine. And I'm like, I enjoy it again for another 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, I might end up playing that sometime this week again. I mean, I really want to finish it. It's a game that I want to finish before Detroit Become Humans comes out. Yeah. And that game, I'm kind of torn about buying that game, guys, Detroit, because it will go on sale eventually. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, should I pre-order the game or should I wait till I buy it later on in the year when it's on sale? But later on in the year, there's going to be more games coming out. So I'm like, what do I do?
Here's the thing, Jesus, is what do you want? Honestly, Detroit is going to be a one playthrough and you're fucking done with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not going to go back and do all the different playthroughs. You're just not. Let's be honest, right? Like, it's just not going to happen. So, but personally, if I were you, I would wait. I would wait until it goes on sale, or I don't know, man. Like,
rent it
from Redbox, maybe, or
Redbox has it. Is Redbox only have it?
Probably. I don't know. Is Clint still in the chat? No, I don't think he is.
He's still here.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking about just probably renting it or something. Yeah. Probably I'm going to do that. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But that's it for me, guys. That's all I've played this week. I have nothing on the list, so you guys can go back and forth. I'll shut up for the next hour.
All right. Well, I've been continuing to play more Sea of Thieves. I'm still loving that game, man. Like I don't play it constantly anymore. Like I'm not playing it all the time, but when I do play it, I have a good time. And I've been playing a lot with the same people, right? I've been playing with Wolfie and Centerfold and Chris from what is this podcast called?
ADO Radio.
ADO Radio. Yeah. So we've been grouping up every once in a while and playing that, and that's been fun. Waiting for them to add more stuff. I really want to see what they put into that game to make it a little bit different, or at least something more enjoyable. You know, I hope. It's gonna be cool, I think. But other than that, I played some more Far Cry 5, and I think I'm done. I don't think I'm gonna go back to that game.
Have you finished it?
No. I'm still like.
What? How are you done? What's going on?
I'm so bored with it. I just don't want to do it anymore. And then this goes back to what I was talking about before with God of War. See, because I've been doing the same thing with this game as I've been doing with God of War. It's like I'll go in, I'll do a couple of outposts, get a couple of prepper stashes, and then I'll just be like, I don't even want to play this anymore. Like I just don't. Like I don't want to do this. It's not holding my attention. God of War is holding my attention more than Far Cry 5 is. But those are the two games that I've been bouncing back and forth into. And I wanted to ask you, Jesus, like whereabouts are you now in God of War? Like how far in are you?
I'm far in. I defeated what you defeated because you messaged me the other day.
I'm long past that now.
Yeah, I'm past that. I'm quite a bit past that now. So,
did you fight the two brother guys?
Okay, no, I'm not there.
With the lightning?
No.
Okay, so I passed you then.
So I went to you know how there's Thor's statue?
Yeah.
Where I'm at is I went there. I was riding my little boat around. I just docked there because I was like, oh, there's a dock right here. So I just docked it right there. And I climbed to the top, and there was a dude like on his knees right there, like kneeling down, and he has a sword, and he looks like a knight. He has like armor on. Yep. And then he gets up, and he turns around and looks at me, and then like a little bar came up on top of him. I was like, oh, shit. So I try to throw my axe at him, but he's like... he can't get hit with the axe because he has the armor on. Yeah. So you can only punch him and hit him when he's with your fist. So like I have to wait for him to like turn around or like swing at me with the sword and miss, and then I can hit him with my fist, or like hit him in the head with the axe and kind of do a little bit of damage. But he's really tough to beat, and right now I'm stuck on him. I think that's the last time I played. I was stuck on that guy. So I gotta. Well, as soon as I start the game, I gotta get. Like fight him. That's like the checkpoint I'm in.
He's a side quest though, isn't he?
He's just like a random dude that's like sitting there, like on the statue, just sitting there. Yeah, he's a side quest thing.
Yeah. Because there's a side. I think you're gonna defeat him, and then he's going to tell you that you need to go find all of his buddies.
Oh, and defeat them too?
Yeah, and then you defeat them and go back to him and talk to him. And
what do you do? He becomes your friend?
I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah.
I'm your friend now after you kicked my ass.
No, not quite.
Okay, good.
But do you have the third character that's your companion yet?
Yeah, the guy.
Yeah,
the guy. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. I didn't want to.
The guy. Yeah. Yeah, I have him.
Third companion was as far as I wanted to go.
He's chilling with me. Yeah, he's hanging out. He's hanging around.
Just hanging around while you do all the combat?
With you?
Huh?
He's doing the lollipop chainsaw with you?
Yeah, he's just hanging out. That's all.
What? I remember that game. What? Daisy Dukes?
Jesus knows what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. He's a really cool character because he knows everything.
He's funny, man.
He knows everything in the land, right? He's the whatever, he just knows everything. And he's funny because he's always telling you things like, you can't go that way. Then you're going that way. You can't go that way. Okay. Or he'd be like, I sense we're going to be in trouble here in a bit. And then sure enough, something will happen and you're fighting a bunch of dudes all of a sudden. But yeah, I like all the characters in the game, man. I like the kid. I like Kratos. I like the dude.
Damn, Jesus! Last week, that's off to fucking Sony Santa Monica.
Right?
Yeah.
This game is amazing. Really is.
Like I said, the only game that I think is going to be able to top this, if any, is going to have to be Red Dead. Because, Rockstar, people seem to be in love with God of War, but they seem to forget what Rockstar can do. Those guys are fucking storytellers, dude. I mean, they've done Max Payne, all those games, man. They're really good stories, people forget about those games. These guys have awesome stories to tell, and I think
they only did Max Payne 3.
Yeah, but I mean, what other games have Rockstar does? They've done all the Grand Theft Autos. They've done the Red Dead before. That game, that game was the only
ones that matter.
That game was good,
guys,
dude.
LA Noire
let's not forget the amazing story in tabletop tennis.
The best story ever. Game of the year.
I never played that.
You never played Rockstar's tabletop tennis?
No, I mean, I've heard it referenced many times, but I didn't play it.
It was a fucking good game, man.
Yeah.
It was
That's what I hear. Everybody keeps saying, why are they not making a second one?
I wonder if Rockstar...
It's just like a past
GPD
project.
is always like, I want some of that.
Someone was just fucking around and made this tabletop tennis game.
Yeah,
and I think that's how...
it.
And they were just like, hey, this is actually really good.
Let's just release it. Yeah.
They made that racing game, Unbound, whatever it was. It was okay.
What I want them to do... Or what about Midnight Club? Didn't they make Midnight Clubs?
Yeah, they published it, right? They didn't make it. But
I think so.
Anyways, I want them to do something with Red Dead Redemption 2 like they did with Red Dead Redemption. The first one is, I want them to release a separate story DLC like the Undead Nightmare. That standalone
was pretty much its own game, right?
That was the best DLC I've ever played in my life. Hands down, it's the best DLC I've ever played in any game, is that. It's even better than the Last of Us prequel story thing that they released for that game.
Do you remember? Jesus,
it's $20, man.
$40, right?
No, it was $20.
Make it a standalone game.
No, it was $20. That's how crazy it was. It was only $20, and it was people were losing their shit because at the time it was the highest, the most expensive DLC ever.
I thought it was
anybody has ever released.
40 for the entire thing.
Yeah, it was 40 for the game and the DLC. Okay. But when they released the DLC, it was $20, and I remember I bought it thinking fuck, it's $20, I don't know, and it ended up being a 10-hour thing, a whole story of its own, completely separated from the story of Red Dead. It was its own fucking thing. It was insane. I was like, this is incredible. How the fuck you just made a game within a game, and that's crazy. And it was amazing. I liked it. I loved it. Yeah, it's a good game. Good game, guys. Good game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Red Dead 2. We'll see.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm hearing different podcasts reference the whole God of War thing to some of the same things that Bloodborne does. Bloodborne, isn't that the PS4 exclusive?
Yeah.
I mean, that's it's taken a lot from like the Dark Souls, Bloodborne kind of series.
Yeah, and that's what I see from clips as well.
It does feel that way, like, because you can kind of wander wherever you want, and you could run into shit that'll just knock you out in one hit. You gotta really be careful sometimes. Sometimes you open up those tears, and these guys come out and fucking just nail you once, and you're dead.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It happens, right?
Like, it's crazy.
And the combat kind of feels a little bit like a Dark Souls, Bloodborne sort of game, where you're doing your roll attack, roll attack, roll attack, roll attack.
Yeah.
It's a lot of that.
But I mean, I would say that's one thing that really excites me about God of War, if I had a PS4, is the weapons, where I even like Bloodborne, where I've seen clips of those and gameplay and just thought, wow, this game looks amazing. But not like Dark Souls, where it's just like you have a sword and you could do like a push attack and heal yourself. But yeah, I don't think they were speaking about it negatively, but I just thought it was like, I was like, oh yeah, it's probably the same Sony Santa Monica people that, helped make Bloodborne as well. So, took some of that.
It's a different studio.
Right.
I don't think it was Sony Santa Monica did Bloodborne.
No. I think that
FromSoft did Bloodborne.
Yeah. But they took some.
But yeah, they definitely did. They took inspiration from those games for sure. Yeah. It's obviously not as difficult, I don't think. But
that's what I love. I'm like, don't make it like so impossible that I'm going to get frustrated and throw my controller. So, but I haven't seen that yet in God of War from all the clips I've seen.
I mean, there is times
Twitch
where
streams and
if you don't give up and you keep banging your head against something, there's times where you get frustrated and you're just like, this fucker, I can't kill him. Like I've tried to kill those guys that can hit you in one hit, and I got the guy down like halfway down his life bar, and I was like, fucking yeah, I'm doing this. And then sure enough, I just missed a roll at one point, and he hit me, and I died, and I lost all that progress. It's like I just spent like 45 minutes trying to kill this goddamn guy, and I lost it all. And that can be frustrating. But that's my own stupidity for trying to fight someone that I shouldn't have been fighting, right? Like,
I'm gonna go get me a PS4 right now. I want to play this.
You should, Gunny. You really should.
Yeah.
Go out, buy a PS4 Pro.
I'm going to Target after the show.
Right. See you, Gunny.
See you later. Bye, guys.
Well, you just order it and get it delivered.
I'm back.
Did you get a PS4?
Oh, no, I got an ice cream and a Pizza Hut personal pizza.
Pan pizza? All right.
What are you talking about?
So, that was God of War. I don't really have much else to say. I'm still playing it. I don't know how far I am, but I fought these two guys, and they were all like lightning and stuff, and one of them got away. So, yeah, that's where I'm at if you know anything about it. So another game that I played this week, which was I bought it because it was I heard about it on, I think, the CAGcast, and it's called I Hope. But this game is it's like a 3D platformer sort of game, and it's basically about you're this kid and you're fighting cancer. So it's about like fighting cancer, and you fight enemies, and their name is cancer. Like it's like nails it right on the head. It's like, it's not trying to play any games. It's like, you're fighting cancer, right? So, and the reason I picked it up was because all proceeds go to the Cancer Research Foundation. So I was like, you know what? It was on sale for $7. I was like, you know what? I'll just pick it up. I haven't played a whole lot of it, and it's like this weird puzzle. There's these weird puzzles. Like for one of the early bosses that you get to, it's like there's these 4 or 5 stones out in front of the boss, and you have to use this ability you have that basically flashes the screen, and it'll like show you like an order that you have to hit these stones. So then I had to hit the stones, and then they would break, and this piece of cancer would come out, and I have to suck it up with my little staff that I have. That's your weapon. And then once you've done that, you have to use your ability again to find the weakness of the monster, and then you have to go attack that weakness. But yeah, it's a little indie game. It's not expensive. It goes to a good cause. So if you like it, if you're looking for a little 3D puzzle platformer that you want to play, and you want to, do some good, that's something you can look into. I hope.
I hope.
Yeah, it's called I Hope. And the last game that I played this week was the new Games with Gold game that I never thought I would like in a million friggin' years, because you guys know I'm not a sports guy. I don't like baseball. But Super Mega Baseball 2 came out for Games with Gold. And guys, this game is fun. It's fun, guys.
It's fun. When I first saw the gameplay, it was the trailer, right? Well, I was watching a stream or something, and then he hits the ball and knocks the pitcher out. And I did that. So funny. It was so funny. I was like, he just knocked the fucking pitcher out with the ball.
I did that too.
The way he falls down, it was hilarious.
Yeah, one of the pitches was like, he threw the pitch at me, and I was like, whack, I hit the ball. It literally went right back and nailed him right in the head. And then you see this big exclamation mark come over his head, and he got taken out of the game because he was injured. But yeah, guys, like, it's baseball. You know what I mean? Like, don't expect, the show or anything like that. It's a little more cartoony. It's not real baseball teams. It's made up baseball teams. I'm the something sirloins. That's who I pick.
So you play do you play all the positions or whatever? Like, or do you just play one character?
No. Well, no, you don't. It depends on what difficulty setting you put it on. Because the lower difficulty will basically be, you'll do pitching and batting, and your fielding, you can do fielding, but it'll do automatic fielding and stuff like that as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks super simple.
Once the fielder gets the ball, you have to throw the ball in, right? Like, it's not going to automatically throw the ball.
Yeah.
But the setup is kind of cool. It does an interesting thing with, like, the sticks. So you don't have to do it this way. You can use button presses if you want. But, like, when you're batting, so, like, the pitch is thrown, you have to hold back on the stick to get power, and then you push the stick forward when you want to swing. Yeah, and depending on how long you held back for, you could either have, like, full power or, like, half power or whatever, right? So you kind of have to judge how fast the pitch is coming.
Do you have to aim with, like, the other stick, like how high or how low you want to swing?
You can, and I think you have to on higher difficulties, but on the lower difficulties, it'll automatically do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's pretty much a baseball game.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
Cartoony. Like some minor league stuff going on with some humor.
For it to be like a free game that we got, like, on release for Games with Gold, yeah, it's really good.
I've been wanting to play a baseball game. I mean, I'm not a huge baseball fan, but I do like baseball games. I remember back in the day, I used to play a lot of the MLB games, the show, I think it was the 2K games that were baseball. I used to play those quite a bit, games. And I would honestly play, like, the whole series or whatever the fuck. Like, I would play all of it, the whole thing, like, just from beginning to end. I would play the full season. I wouldn't sim the games or whatever, like a lot of people do, and I liked it. I liked those games. I mean, they were fun. A lot of people. I don't like to watch baseball, but playing
boring, right?
Playing it is fun. You know what I mean? I don't like to watch it, but I'll play it.
So here's the thing: there is online multiplayer in this game, and even better, you can play either against each other or on the same team.
Oh shit! So you can have, like, people with you.
Yeah.
How many people can you have with you at a time?
I don't know. I haven't tried it yet, so maybe we should check that out.
I wonder if you could have, like, up to, like, 4 or 5 players playing together against another team of 4 or 5 players. That'd be cool.
I wonder how that would work with, like, batting and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, like, you could have one that's the catcher, one that's the pitcher, one that's, like, the batter, one that's, like, on first base, one's on second base. Yeah. Like, you could have different people.
You could do like pitcher, catcher, someone could play all 3 bases, and someone could play all 3 outfielders.
Yeah, you're just pressing Y to switch to the.
Press Y to switch to the other characters.
I don't know. We'll have to look into that because I did see that there was online multiplayer, but I haven't tried it yet. So we'll maybe we should get a group together.
I want to play this now. I haven't downloaded it yet because I said I've been busy all week. I haven't even turned on my Xbox much, so I need to get on there and download these free games. I think it'll be fun to get them and play them. I look forward to it.
Also, Ryan, the other game that I saw that was part of Games for Gold was the Sega Vintage Collection?
Yeah.
No, it's Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage. And I thought, do I really want to go back and play that? I'm like, not right now. But
hey man,
I downloaded it.
Yeah. It was free.
Just download them because you never know. I mean, one day you might want to play those games. Maybe you'll be bored and you'll try it out and you'll realize, fuck, this game is really good. I'm excited to get Metal Gear Solid 5 on later this month. That's a fucking huge game that I'm glad it finally came to Games with Gold because I was going to buy it so many times. You don't have any interest in it?
No.
Really?
I played like the first hour of that game and I was like, nope.
Well, it goes from being super serious and realistic simulator to like the ghost people show up and then now you're fighting a huge robot thing in the sky and it's like, what the fuck happened? This game is not what you think it is. From like the beginning, you're all stealthy, you're creeping through bases with your badass gadgets and you kind of like, okay, I get the hang. Next thing you know, like halfway through the game, you're flying in playing loud ass music. Your helicopter's flying in to pick you up, playing like some rock song.
And like, I need a hero.
Yeah, and it's flying in, playing on a loudspeaker. On a loudspeaker is playing that song, and you're like running towards your helicopter, and there's fucking enemies running over there because they hear the music playing. It's fucking crazy. It just turns into like a crazy ass game.
What's the other one that is it? Konami? No, who's the publisher that made Metal Gear Solid?
Konami.
Yeah, the one that they made that survive. There's literally like one streamer that like still plays that game.
I could see how like it could be a game that it's for certain people, but it's not for me. Like my brother, he plays as zombies, dude. Like I'm like,
I like zombies, but I don't know about that survive.
Why are you playing zombies? It's fun. I'm like, there's no point to the zombie mode in Call of Duty. You can never ever beat it. There's no
but if you're having a good time,
there's no ending to it, right? Like there's no ending to this shit. But like I guess he's like,
it's all the same.
And
same
then
shit over and over.
Last night I showed my brother PubG. He has never played it before, so I showed him PubG, and it was me and Clint, and we were kind of teaching him about PubG, and he was like, because he didn't have like he was like. Well, he's like, why do your characters look different, and why are they wearing clothes, like cool clothes? Where can I get cool clothes? I'm like, you have to buy the crates. He's like, okay, how many clothes can I get per crate? I'm like, 1 item per crate. He's like, okay. Then I had to explain to him how the crates increase in price the more you buy in the same week. He's like, okay, I understand that. And he was like, when we died, he was like, what happened? He's like, did we get killed? I'm like, yeah. He's like, we lost? I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, the point is to survive and you only get one life. Game over. He's like, oh shit. He's like, okay, I get this. And then like, he started to pick it up, like the ammo, the guns. I told him about the levels of the clothing and the levels of the backpacks and the levels of the armor. And he gets the hang of it, but like, next thing you know, I see him playing zombies. He's like, zombies is easier. He's like, it's just zombies, man. I'm just playing zombies. And he's playing like the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare zombies, like the retro, like theme park zombies or whatever. He's playing those. He's not playing the World War II zombies, which is a little bit different, But like I said, there's no ending to those games. What I would like about zombies is if it had like a definitive ending. Like if you got to a point where you escaped. No.
I don't know. Does it, because it gives you the whole objective. Wouldn't say it's a story, but it's unlock this door and put the fan over here. And
there's objectives to it, but I think you never actually get to finish it. Either, I don't know, maybe I've never seen it finish.
Is there a freaking ending to this whole thing? Yeah. Or
let me Google this right now. Is there an ending to COD zombies. Does zombie mode ever end, or is it infinite? See, most people don't understand. There's like an ending, but the ending is you die. I think that's the ending to the game.
The ending is you die. Okay. Woohoo! There's the carrot on the stick.
So it says here, for example, for the Call of Duty World War II zombies, it has 2 Easter egg quests to accomplish. So I guess you have to do Easter eggs or whatever and beat them.
It probably just starts over again,
That's what I'm assuming. That's what it does. It just restarts, right?
Yeah, I would imagine.
Oh yeah.
Because I've never got to the ending on Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
There's an achievement you get here. I'm looking at this, and it says here for Call of Duty World War II Zombies, there's a hardcore Easter egg that's called that you get an achievement, and it's called the Dark Reunion achievement.
I think you evac on no. Do you evac on the helicopter on the bridge or some shit like that? I can't remember.
I don't know, maybe.
I mean, you're prisoners, so I don't know how you're evacing, or you're just supposed to be a guard or what. But I don't know. But that was the whole thing of me and my son. It makes
no sense. I don't know. Call of Duty Zombies. If you people play zombies listening to the show and there's an ending to this,
yeah, let us know.
Let us know, because I really don't know. Because that shit gets hard, dude. I have a hard time when I get to wave 25. I'm like, hard. Damn, dude, you're running out of ammo constantly. You constantly have to be buying more ammo, and you run out of money. It's hard. So let us know, people. Just let us know.
See. I play more Far Cry 5. It's funny because I didn't play it on the Xbox. I played it on my son's account on Steam. And played with one of his friends who I've known for a long time, had him back on Xbox 360. But yeah, it's funny, we're talking on Discord, and we're playing on Steam together. And
playing with the kid?
Yeah. Little squeaker.
Little squeaker kid?
His name is Streaker, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Streaker, Squeaker.
It's funny you said that. I was like, do you know him?
Oh, man.
Yeah. Gosh, how old is he now? Anyway, so I've known him for probably, 6 years or whatever. Now I talk to the parents, and long time.
Oh, so
I've made friends on the Xbox 360 up till now.
Your kid knows him? Your kid knows him, or he's like an Xbox Live friend?
Xbox Live friend that we added him 6 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's long
so,
friendship.
Video chats, you name it. Yeah. But anyway, we played Far Cry 5, and it was cool. It was my first, because I haven't been online in Xbox Live parties lately. That's why I haven't played Sea of Thieves. Mm-hmm. Even though I own Far Cry 5 on the Xbox. But it was weird playing on PC and being in Discord and just cruising around the helicopter and blowing shit up, and it was fun. And then we played this other game called Gang Beats or something like that, but there's a lot of these games on Steam that are just beat 'em ups and blood and stuff for 12-year-olds. The other game I played also was Minecraft. I haven't played this game in probably a couple of years at least. And even my son was like, I got the Windows 10 edition, but I think we can play together on Xbox. And I never got the opportunity. It was weird because when I fired the game up on my Xbox, it had updates and all this other crap. And it was weird because it's like, hey, it says, what does it say? Not update, but bring your other game saves from your Xbox One forward or something like that. So I'm like, I'm already on Xbox One X, but almost like an import in a way. It didn't take that long, but it just kind of updated everything, and it was weird just seeing all the same stuff that I did from 3 years ago. Different worlds that I made and shit like that. So I got a tree for it and some other crap, and it's Minecraft, folks. That's what it is. So if you guys play it.
I'm looking at Minecraft, and it's the second best-selling game of all time, Gunny.
Yeah, I mean it's. Hey, I got in there and I was like, "Are you guys ready? You guys ready to play?" And oh no, we're playing Payday 2. I'm like, all right, go ahead, guys.
Yeah,
not that I would
I can't believe Minecraft has sold this many copies. The only game that's ever beat it is Tetris.
Wow, there you go, Clint.
And it's almost up to Tetris's standard. I mean, Minecraft is at 150 million copies, and Tetris is at 170 million. So just 20 more million, and Minecraft will be the best-selling game ever.
Damn, think about that, Clint. Clint Thiel. You're a millennial.
Yeah.
Your millennial's game is Minecraft.
And Grand Theft Auto is in the third spot with 90 million.
Damn.
That's insane, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was even Microsoft's thing when they purchased it to just make sure it's on
everything.
You can even play it on your refrigerator.
Right? Like, you play this shit
your
anywhere.
Your washing machine will play Minecraft.
Anything will play Minecraft.
Your car played it. Yeah, with your steering wheel.
Play it with your steering wheel.
But when I got into it, I was like, oh, it's my tree fort, and let me add some flowers and put up a plant and put a ladder, and I'm going to make sure the roof is, set up with nice wood, and I'll put some other shit around here, including, a zombie, and he could just kind of stay in this cage on my tree fort, and I think I played it for a good hour, at least.
Yeah. And, Fortnite continues to be a beast in sales. I mean, they say a couple months ago in February, they hit $126 million in sales. And that's over PubG's $100 million that they made. So.
I've never seen their, what do you call it, their inventory, their library of their cosmetic stuff.
Dude, there's so much. There's so much, dude.
Went deep into it, but I just saw
so many different skin packs and stuff like that. It's crazy.
You could be an astronaut. You can look like an astronaut. You can look like John Wick. You can look like different characters. They change things, right? So yeah.
I was watching a little bit of Saif today on Mixer, just because it pops up on the Xbox. He's like this two-horned beast with a 4-year-old's backpack, like it had a unicorn backpack. It was just the funniest thing. But yeah, funny, silly stuff. I don't know. I wonder if I just played that game all the time, I would be inclined to make these cosmetic purchases. But
I know the only one I ever made for Minecraft is I bought Claptrap so I could be Claptrap wandering around in Minecraft.
I think I bought...
I think it was 99 cents or something.
Either the Halo was an update. They had a Halo update. I think that was the catch.
I think the skins were free, and then to get the full package where you could actually build stuff that looked like the Halo universe, I think you had to pay for that.
Okay, so it was reversed. Yeah, the cosmetics were free, and the update was... It was only a couple bucks, right? It was like $3 or $4. Yeah.
I don't think
whenever they launch them. And actually, those were pretty cool. I think they had a Mass Effect one where, you can go in and actually build shit and you feel like you're in Mass Effect. So that was cool for a minute. But I was kind of towards the end of my Minecraft fascination. So at that time. Yeah. Let's see. What else did I play, folks? Oh, you know what I played was Legends Mobile that Brink recommended. So I've actually been playing that for the last couple weeks. And that's that one he talked about a little bit, like Destiny in a way, where you've got the hub or the main area where you can converse with different people if you chose to do so. You can do different emotes and wave and jump and lay down and shit like that. So, but yeah, I like how it's set up where everything's super close to each other, where you come in and collect your XP for your quest right here. Okay, go to the next guy. And you can come over and, collect your weapons and sell weapons and shit like that. And they have this then there's a bar you can go in and talk to the bartender and have a drink, and you can do quests for the bartender as well. So different silly stuff that you might be able to do in that main hub. And the mobile transaction part of it, they don't make it very clear because they're like, hey, buy the $5 pack or the 20 or the 50 or the $100 pack. And it doesn't tell you which ones are for your inventory. I think the $20 one is your inventory so that you can have more weapons in your saved space. And you would get like a rifle and like a shotgun and pistol, shit like that. So, but it's pretty cool, like where it'll show like, okay, go do this mission. It'll show like 3 different planets at the beginning, and it doesn't take long at all before you're actually on that planet, and you go down and can go in and just start shooting shit. And some of the weapons are automatic, so as long as you pull it up, if you double tap on it, it'll bring up your like your crosshairs to center on that enemy so that you make sure you're getting good headshots on it. The other ones, like your
make sure you're getting good head.
Good head, baby. Good head shots. Oh yeah. But yeah, you go in and you'll collect like different armor pieces, and that'll be your upgrade. So basically I think you can wear them on the fly as well. So if you pick it up, you can, as long as you've killed the enemies in that area, you can go in and equip those items. So, or you can actually go back to the main hub and then actually, like, say there's a button there, it'll say wear the best armor, and boom, it'll just equip it for you.
Yeah.
But it's
Sorry, go on, Gunny.
I was gonna say it does have different skins. I want to say you can purchase those, so those might be with your your coins or your crystals. So to make sure you've got like the gold armor, the blue armor, shit like that, and with the red stripes and look badass. But yeah, it's quick and it's fun, and they have the other thing too. When you go down to do the missions, they have these puzzles where I actually thought they were quite fun. I didn't feel like it was filler or anything like that. It almost reminds you of like they took some inspiration too from Mass Effect 2, where you had to like line up the different circuits to get the door to open, shit like that. But then once you do get the door, it's like, okay, that was actually pretty cool the way they did that, like in a mobile game. And yeah, I recommend it. It's called Legends. I think it's on everything, iOS and Google Play Store.
So I almost forgot. I played a mobile game this week too, a new one, Paladin Strike. So
is it like Paladins?
No.
Okay, different game.
It's a push game. It's like there's only one lane, and it has all the Paladin, like a bunch of the Paladin characters in there, so you can unlock and pick between different characters and whatnot. And you have to open up. You walk down the lane and you get to a certain point where you're going to be fighting each other, and then you have to capture that point. And once you capture that point, you can start pushing the payload, and you have to push the payload all the way to the other side of the map. So I only played like 2 or 3 games. Is Paladins like that?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it is then. I played Paladins. I thought it was more like a deathmatch.
Yeah. Well, okay. So there's like 2 modes. Yeah. There's deathmatch. Capture the flag, and then there's push the payload.
Okay. So yeah. This is the push the payload thing where it's like you have to get to a point, capture the point, and then push the payload to the point that's further. And the other guys are trying to stop you, and you have to be within the circle in order to push the payload.
Yes.
And then the guys can come in and attack you and get you out of the circle. And it's interesting. I mean, I don't know how much I'm going to play it. It seems like it takes a good 5 to 7 minutes to play a game. So it's not something that it's not really like I usually play Clash Royale because it's like 3 minutes, you're in, you're out, right? Like you can have a quick match easily. But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, if you like Paladins, this might interest you as a mobile game. And I know we have a lot of people in the group that liked Paladins, so I thought I would mention that it's out now. Paladin Strike.
There you go, Dave. You can play Paladin Strike on. He's probably playing it right now at work. So
yeah.
And also, since I haven't been following Paladins, but did you notice also on the Xbox store and I saw it on PC where, hey, check it out, it's a new game. It's the Paladins Premium, right? It's like they're always trying to re-release it, which is smart. I think it's great advertising to do that. It's a new game, guys. It's called Paladins. Buy it. where they just kind of re-release like a free game.
Well, no, they release a new season or a new characters or something like that. So it's like, here's the one you can buy everything all at once. That's pretty much
right. They just
that happens with regular games too. They get the Game of the Year edition, and all of a sudden they're back at the top of the list with Game of the Year edition, right?
Sure, I'm not down in that game at all. I'd like, sure, I would fucking, if I was a game company, I'd be like, here's a new game again, as long as it's at the top of that list. But also, I remember watching the stream back for Paladins Battle Royale, and it was a
whatever
beta.
happened to that?
I don't know. I was like, what the fuck? They came out with the beta. Streamers got codes. They played it, and then I never heard from it again. So, Dave Schneider, keep us updated. Put it on the Facebook group. What's going on with Paladins Battle Royale? So, haven't heard anything since. It's been, 2 months, it seems?
A while, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that all you played, Gunny?
No, I played that game Korgan. I'm actually playing it right now on Xbox. I just was going through the store and I saw that game was free. It's Korgan.
And it's that game that's kind of like Diablo, right?
It's got a Diablo-esque type thing to it. It's free to play. And yeah, it totally reminds me of like you're a little closer up, I think, on the Diablo, and you see your character a little more.
Yeah.
So far, I'm just playing single player, and it's got like instantly switch to the 2 characters. So you start with 3 characters, and I'm a barbarian right now. I'm like, can I just keep the barbarian? Like, I hope that's what I like. I'm like, can I go through the whole level or all the levels as a barbarian, or will they force me to switch? So I'm going to find out. But so far I'm just using like that and the mage so that I get the ranged attacks. And just like in Diablo, you're picking up different loot, and you can, either equip different items and stuff like that for your armor and special abilities. So I haven't gotten too far into it, but it looks fairly simple with like your, talents and different perks that you can upgrade. So I'll let you know more next week. Yeah, free on probably all platforms. So far on Xbox. That's all I've been playing, guys. What about you, Ryan? Anything else? I can't hear you, Ryan. We can't hear you. Unmute yourself, Ryan.
We ready to move on to the news?
There you go. I guess we are, guys. Let's take a quick break, though, so we'll be right back after the break. We'll be back
after
with the
these
news.
Messages. We'll be right back.
Vengeful Jedi here, Horrible Gamer and patron of the Horrible Gamers podcast. Want to give the gamers an XP boost? Want to see the show level up? Then support the Horrible Gamers on Patreon at patreon.com/Horrible Gamers. Don't be just another NPC, non-Patreon character. Become a patron. 2 gold, 5 gold, 10 gold, 20 gold. It all supports the party. So game on.
And we're back. It's time for news time. Let's get the news to you. The news coming live from Facebook to you. In Xbox news, the video game called Nier Automata.
That's what I call it. Automata.
Hakuna Matata.
Nier.
I don't know. Near something. It might be coming to the Xbox One in the near future, guys.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, more games coming to the Xbox One. So pretty much, yeah. Recently, the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, said that Microsoft was working with the Japanese publishers to bring more of their titles over to the console. So, there we go. We'll
good
see.
News.
It's a great game. We played this.
That's a game. Yeah, that's a game that's it's a lot of people rave about it. It's weird. It's really a weird game. But I'm glad that Xbox people that don't have PCs can play this game because it's worth playing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually say that this is not a weird game.
Whoa.
No, it's not like your traditional weird Japanese game though.
No,
it's
not like fucking diddling tentacle monsters and shit. It's not that kind of... It's just like, it's off the... It's weird.
Does it have ghosts?
Things happen, Gunny. You're telling me it's not weird that a game goes from a top-down fucking flight shooter to a side-scrolling fucking... Like, that's not weird to you?
Well, I guess what the part that's not weird, like a traditional... like a regular Japanese game is... It's just not this bizarre interaction with characters talking about weird shit. Like, like...
Oh, because it's not an anime. That's not what I was saying.
That's what I meant. It's not an anime, folks. It's actual combat. Yeah. But it does do Japanesey shit with, like you said, side-scrolling, top-down, then back to side-scrolling again. Yeah.
It's...
Like an early Final Fantasy game, it does things like that.
If you've never played this game, you need to play. So... Yeah. I really hope it comes to Xbox, because you know what? I play it game share on Steam with you, Gunny, so I'll probably buy it on Xbox just so that I have it, like that I've owned it. It's a game that's worth buying to me. So.
And I would not be surprised if they bring this up to 4K HDR.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they have it planned. But they're probably already looking at it, because it's already a great looking game, and to me, it's a AAA title, and so I would expect it to be enhanced.
Enhanced.
Not for sure, folks. I'm just guessing. I'm hoping it will be.
Okay.
And it looks beautiful on Steam. And this was a PlayStation 4 console exclusive.
Console launch exclusive.
There you go, console launch.
Anyways, guys, in other news, the World Video Game Hall of Fame will be getting new people, or new games, I guess, not people, new IPs inducted into the Hall of Fame. They've added 2 games to the Hall of Fame recently. Final Fantasy VII.
I hear a lot about
it's now
that game
in the Hall of Fame, as well as the original Tomb Raider.
I played that.
The old Tomb Raider.
I played that on PC.
Now.
Oh yeah, I played that on PS1.
Mm-hmm. They say that Tomb Raider was one of the games that helped revolutionize 3D movement and platforming, alongside introducing the memorable character of Lara Croft. Meanwhile, Final Fantasy VII is one of the most important RPGs of all time, and stands as one of the best games of the 1990s, in part thanks to its wonderful storytelling and memorable villain, Sephiroth. Yeah.
And that game, like, I know a lot of people talk shit about that game, but I don't know, man. That's probably one of my favorite games of all times. Like, you go back to it now, and it probably hurt to play. It would be really, really
tedious,
rough, and because things have changed so much, right? But in that day, when that came out, that game
it was the shit.
That game took me on a fucking ride. Like I just really enjoyed it, and like emotionally, it's up and down, and like that's one of the only games that actually shed a tear. Like, I was pretty young and I was going through some shit, but when a certain character died,
how old were you when you were going through some shit, right? How old were you?
I don't know. When did that come out?
Was it
probably in my teens, I guess?
Did your girlfriend break up with you? Were you hurting?
Just probably something like that. Some stupid shit happened in my life that had me upset. You know what's funny? This is totally off topic, and I'm gonna like totally embarrass myself here. But I went through a terrible breakup with somebody, and I was playing Tiger Woods golf and listening to Bullet for My Valentine. And if you know Bullet for My Valentine, I was listening to what fucking album? It was their first album. But anyways, it's all about like breakups and all this shit. So I'm playing Tiger Woods, and I'm just fucking killing it but I'm so upset that fucking the music just made me start to fucking bawl. And I'm still playing Tiger Woods, like bawling my eyes out. And I was having the best fucking game of my life. Like, it was like I was totally focused, even though I was like fucking crying. You know what I mean? It was really weird, really weird. Emotional things that happen when you're playing games.
Yeah,
anyways.
It can happen. Tiger Woods.
How did we get on that tangent? Jesus Christ.
Tiger Woods will make you cry.
Yeah, man.
Literally.
Maybe I knew what was going to happen to Tiger Woods in the future, and I was really upset about it. And yeah,
you were seeing into the future of Tiger Woods' career. Oh man! In other news, Madden games. Stop telling your kids that playing video games will never pay off, guys, because for this man, it did. Shay Kivlin is a 20-year-old video game playing kid from Edmonds, Washington, and last weekend he won a big chunk of change doing what he loves. Kivlin, who goes by Young Kiv, won the 2018 Madden Bowl Championship during the National Football League's draft. So, like, during the draft for the NFL, which happened like a week or so ago, they had this tournament going on Madden 18. I'm assuming it's probably the best players on Madden, whatever, playing against each other. This kid won, and he got to take home a check of $100,000.
Nice.
So congratulations to him. He said he's super happy. It was awesome, he said. He says, I've always loved video games and Madden, but didn't play a lot growing up because I was very involved with sports. When I hurt my arm, I couldn't play baseball anymore, so I turned to Madden for that competitive edge, and I just kept working at it.
From athlete to E-thlete.
Good, that's a good one. I like that. It should be like that should be like the cover on the New York Times.
I should have wrote this article.
From athlete to E-thlete. That's the headline. But yeah, pretty much, like this kid won $100,000, dude.
Wow. Good on him.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's going to get lots of sponsors and stuff. So I'm glad he can just do something he still loves, and maybe it may not be actual sports, but...
So here's some questions that were asked to him. They asked him, what do you do and why do you do it? He answered, I am a professional Madden player because EA has given the opportunity for the best Madden players in the world to do what they love. The next question was, what is the single most important thing people should know about your field? I think the single most important thing people should know about competitive Madden is if you love football or competition of any kind, you will love Madden. It is a fast-paced version that's super exciting and very skilled. Where do you find your inspiration? I find my inspiration in my favorite athlete of all time, LeBron James. Which is kind of weird because he plays basketball. But okay. What's the one piece of technology you couldn't live without and why? Probably my PS4 because that is the gateway for me. It's where I can just sit, game, and relax. They pretty much asked him, what is your workspace like and why does it work for you? He says, I have a pretty basic workspace. It's just a corner desk with a monitor and my laptop. But it works for me because I can play Madden while watching a film or just chilling.
Cool.
Yeah, so pretty much, they asked him a few more questions. He says, if someone gave me $1 million to launch a startup, I would. And he said, probably try to develop a battle royale game.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's never been done before.
No, it hasn't been done like 50,000 times. When they asked him, what is the greatest game in history? He said Grand Theft Auto 5. The best gadget ever, the PSP. His favorite app is Twitch. So
I think he hates Microsoft.
I think it sounds like they paid him to not say anything good about Microsoft. Because even when they asked him Mac, Windows, or Linux, he said Mac. Yeah.
What gamer plays on a Mac?
A guy who plays Madden, I guess.
There's enough games on there.
Is Madden even available on Mac? I don't even know.
I don't know. I doubt it. I highly doubt that it's available.
Yeah, well, a lot of those games that the EA Origins client, those are all ported over to Mac. I only know that from listening to a podcast.
Really? They get Madden 18 and all that shit on there?
Yeah.
Well,
you're just downloading the Apple what is it? The Apple or Mac version?
Well, how does that run on there? I mean, Mac computers are not really meant for gaming. You can't upgrade it either.
Like it depends. If you have a high-end Mac, it'll run games, but like graphically, they're usually not horsepowers.
And I think
that's not true either, because I mean, there's a lot of like Macs are good for like 3D rendering and shit like that, you know. So I mean, I guess it would have a good graphics card in it, or
and also PC
one.
Gamer has this is from the article or things that I've read from PC Gamer is that Windows 10 or Windows 9, whatever, actually runs better on a Mac than an actual like Windows style type computer because of its power.
Yeah, you're just boot camping into a fucking into Windows and like
right
partitioning your hard drive to run Windows. You could do it, but most people, well, I guess if you're running a Mac, yeah, you would probably do that.
I could see that in a business sense of
there's a lot of stuff that won't run on Mac. Like a lot of games are not. They don't even port it. Like it just
I listen to PC Gamer podcast. Yeah, they talk about how not all games will install on your Mac.
Yeah,
and how it takes whatever time to.
I mean, if you look on Steam, right? Like everything, everything works for Windows, and it'll say like there'll be the little Windows logo and Linux, there'll be a Mac logo and a Linux. Some stuff they were obviously trying to force people to go to Linux, but that didn't work out well for them.
All right. Yeah. We got derailed there. Jesus, for that question where he talks about being competitive with Madden, like, do you think that game is competitive? Like, it's a good competitive game? You've played it.
It definitely is. Yeah, it definitely takes
very
a lot
skilled.
Yeah, you have to have skills. I mean, like I said, I've played before. I used to play a lot of Madden 25 online, and I even bought some of the card packs. I was all into that shit. And it does get very competitive. If like a lot of it is based on luck, because like I said, you got to unlock packs, and sometimes the packs won't give you good players. They'll give you players that you already have, or players that are ranked lower than your current players, which is not bad because you can put them in as backups for your players in case they get injured. Because there is, season-ending injuries in the game where, like, if a player gets hit really hard, breaks his leg, it'll say out for the season. So like now you have to put in a backup for that player, and so it's good to always have backups. But just in general, if you learn how to read the plays, the lineups, the way the people line up, the way the style of the person that you're playing against, what they like to do, it takes a lot of skills to learn all that. Because like you have to gauge all that. You have to learn like this player likes to throw the ball a lot. He has really good wide receivers. He might not run the ball, so I should run my defense to like stay back most of the time. Don't let them rush into there, because then you leave everybody wide open to catch the ball and catch a touchdown. And it's just the same thing with running. That person has good wide receivers and a good running back, so they could switch up their play style anytime they want to. So it takes skill, man. It's like watching football, but you're making the calls, right? You're making the play calls, and it's just like any of the sports game, really. Like baseball, it's the same exact thing. You just got to watch the type of players they have, who's coming up to bat, how good they are, etc. It just takes a lot of skill and some luck, I would say, because if you have good players, then yeah, you're going to have a better chance of winning. Because there's people that I played, I think it was Madden 18 actually, when I had the EA trial. I went onto the online, and I played against this guy who had bought like the Ultimate Edition of Madden, like the Mega Super Deluxe $200 edition. So when you buy that edition, you get a ton of card packs, like off the gate. You get like 50 card packs you can open. And a lot of those have like elite players, like they're like red players or whatever. And their stats are above 95. They're always above 95 or 90. And they're really they're like star athletes, right? Like their names. And here I am playing with like my shitty ass lineup of like basic ass players. I have like maybe one really good player in my whole team that's a star player. And I see the guy's team line up, and all his players had stars underneath them. That means they were all like star athletes. I was like, oh fuck, and he was just destroying me, dude. He was just intercepting all the passes, tackling me, sacking my quarterback, just destroying my team. And I was like, I rage quit. I was like, I'm not going to get into this.
Right.
I'm not going to buy the packs. Fuck you, EA. Yeah, like, I'm not buying these packs. I'm not falling into this fucking trap. Fuck this shit. And I didn't. So, yeah, it's a good thing I didn't, because it's a money grab, big time.
Yep.
It's just the same thing with FIFA, too. They do it with all their sports games.
NHL has the same thing in it. It's got that same shit. Every single one of them.
EA has found the formula to get money out of your fucking wallet into their hands by making you think you're going to buy a pack and get good players. Right. No, don't believe them, guys. In other news, the Sinclair Broadcast Group Incorporated has removed all the ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC affiliated TV stations it owns from Sony's TV streaming service, PlayStation Vue. Apparently, they say that they had a contractual dispute with Sony, and they're going to remove all those networks from the PlayStation Vue player. Pretty much they said that Sony failed to comply with contractual provisions. They maybe didn't pay or something, or they just didn't.
You know what I think happened?
Fulfill their contract.
You know what I think happened is basically Sony looked at PlayStation Vue and went, nobody has subscribed to this shit. There's like 2 people in the fucking world that are subscribed to this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't worth them paying, whatever rights they had to pay for. So they just said, fuck it. And I guarantee you we'll have a news story coming up in the next few weeks. It's going to be Sony cancels PlayStation Vue, because what's the point now, right? Like, you just lost every major network.
Yeah. Yeah, the Sinclair Broadcast Group, if you guys do not know, it is the largest company in the U.S. that owns most of the channels that we watch. They own all the news stations. They own all the channels. When you think that Fox is against CBS, they're not. They work for the same company. They might have kind of different political affiliations. Maybe the Fox is more conservative Republican and CBS is more liberal Democrat. But at the end of the day, they're both owned by Big Dad.
The same people.
Yeah, Big Brother on top owns all of them.
But most of these, like most companies that you think about are like that.
Yeah.
You think about like. What is it? KFC, Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Pepsi.
No. What's the 3? KFC, Taco Bell, and Wendy's?
I think so. KFC. Yeah, I know it's KFC. I know it's Taco Bell for sure. I think might be Wendy's. Yeah, something like that. But they're all owned by the same company.
Right.
Burger King too. Or no, Burger King. Burger King owns Tim Hortons. Did you know that?
Yeah, well, I see. Like, they all own... Yeah. Everybody owns everybody, man. Nobody is
pretty much. Like, I do restaurants, and I get served from a different holding group or whatever they call it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I was trying to think of, Gunny, is a holding group. There's like... Yeah. There's tons of companies out there that just own like fucking a mass majority of shit.
Well, I remember one time a while back, I shared on my Facebook,
same thing with
my personal profile. I posted a picture that said it showed all the companies that make food in the U.S. and North America, pretty much around the world, a lot of places around the world, and they were all owned by like Nestle, PepsiCo, and like one other company. Like 3 companies own like everything in the world. For food.
Yeah. Same thing with the wine that I deliver.
Disney would be the other one.
Yeah, Disney would be the other one that's up there owning shit.
Yeah, the same thing with all the liquor and wine that I deliver. But same thing. It's all either Diageo or Consolation Group or this other one.
Yeah, they all buy a big chunk of things, and they just keep buying more things and.
They just want to make you feel like, I'm going to a choice. Small little winery, But,
you have a choice. Yeah, you really don't have a choice. You're giving all the money to the same people. Anyways.
Hey, but the other thing I've heard, guys, about, maybe not so much about Sinclair Broadcast Group, but is, because I don't know how contracts work, and I don't work at a big office, but where they want to charge, like, let's say Sony or, their Vue more money for, and... for example, and they say it's hard for people like Netflix and Sony Vue to, change subscription models to consumers, right? Where if they're just charging you $20 a month, like, so what? Now they got to all of a sudden charge you $25 a month,
Yeah.
Where that doesn't work out for them. So
Yeah. They don't want to push their price point because people like Netflix has done it a few times already, right? Like they've
had to, right? Because other companies that they
right, it's a matter of profit for them.
Just like with Marvel or Disney, yeah, they want to charge more money to keep it on there, and yeah.
But
so
I
say
like,
kudos.
You look
to
at something
like
Netflix, and it's like, they've actually pushed out content for your money. You know what I mean? When you think about it, they're putting that money they're making more money so they can do these
big shows, and even they greenlight shows that would never get the light of day on a network. You know what I mean?
Well, they take over stuff that has been on network before that it's gone away. You know what I mean? You look at stuff like Arrested Development.
I want them to bring back Firefly. The show's cool.
Oh,
man. That'd be so cool. Imagine like if they came out and said like, guess what, guys? We're actually going to finish the show for you. Continue. Woo! And then they get the same actors to do it and everything. That'd be insane. But yeah, pretty much Sinclair said it notified its subscribers that the network stations will be replaced with on-demand content. That content represents just a fraction of the programming Sinclair stations provide and does not include any of our award-winning news or popular syndicated programming, Sinclair said in its announcement. So they said that we're going to give them on-demand content, but none of our good stuff. You're going to get this shitty secondhand shit that we don't want to play.
The garbage that you wouldn't watch anyways.
They also urged Sony subscribers to consider other video distributor options, including Sony's competitor, YouTube Television. They also said that it will not have any material impact on the business of Sinclair, the broadcaster, which is now currently awaiting regulatory approval of its planned $3.9 billion acquisition of Tribune Media. It expects to own, operate, or provide services to 215 TV stations in 102 markets after the two companies merge. So they said, yeah, we're so good. We're not going to lose anything out of this. It seems like Sony's going to be the one losing in this one.
Yep. Hey, guys, since we're on the same thing as this, you guys heard about that? What was it? T-Mobile and Sprint merged this week?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that one, too. Yeah, that's...
Well, I mean, I don't have either of them up here, so I don't know, but I'm assuming that the merger will only make their... they'll have more towers.
Well,
their signal's going to be stronger.
Right, that's
what I do know.
Off of all their towers.
One thing I do know is that Sprint does have 5G. Like they invented 5G networks. Like they have them. They made it. And I think T-Mobile. There was rumors back in the day that T-Mobile was going to acquire Sprint, but they never it wasn't approved by regulators or whatever. They said it would be a monopoly almost. And then T-Mobile was going to merge with AT&T, but that never happened. And then now they're finally approved merging with Sprint. But I think they did it a lot in part because of better coverage for Sprint users, because they're kind of like the worst one out of all the major four. That improves the coverage for them, but it also provides the technology for the 5G network over to T-Mobile so they can just bring out 5G to everybody. Now what that creates is like the big three now. Instead of having four big companies that are like the major cell phone providers in the U.S., it's going to be T-Mobile/Sprint versus AT&T versus Verizon.
Yeah.
That's going to be kind of crazy. That means probably less competition between them, Right. The Sprint used to be the cheapest one. They had the worst service out of all of them, but they were not horrible, but they weren't the best. And
I didn't like AT&T service, especially if you go to the mall or something. Take a number, go stand somewhere out of the way. It's like I didn't like that. So.
But their coverage is really good. They're just reliable. They've been around forever, right? So
yeah, where I've got T-Mobile and I don't have the best coverage here in the Bay Area, where I'm at. At least I don't think so.
And
so maybe that'll help that situation, Gunny. Maybe you'll.
Anytime I'm near work you figure I'm a truck driver, so I mean I'm always for the most part in town and within a lot of where there's a lot of people, and but still don't care about. I did enjoy AT&T service better. Their mobile coverage service, not their customer service.
Yeah. Okay, in other news, Nintendo has announced that they are partnering with Random House Books for young readers, and they're going to bring over characters like the Super Mario Brothers, The Legend of Zelda, Splatoon, and Animal Crossing into books for kids to read.
Oh, cool.
So, like, kids are going to get, like, stories of Mario and shit, I think. Yeah.
Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Brothers, Splatoon, and Animal Crossing. Yes.
Mm-hmm. They said that earlier in January, the Random House published 2 sticker books, one based on Super Mario and the other based on The Legend of Zelda. This summer, we will see even more action with the release of Link's Book of Adventure, as well as Mario Time. Both are new books packed with mazes, puzzles, trivia, and much more. And there also will be a Splatoon-based sticker book coming on July 24th.
Sweet. So look, I'm looking here at Super Mario Brothers, Mario Time, Game Puzzles, and more. You can buy this book on Amazon.
Guys, these books are made of leftover cardboard from Labo.
Recycled, 100% recyclable cardboard.
You took my joke away. I was going to say there's 5 available. 5 books available, folks, for the whole U.S.
Shit. Yeah. I wonder how much these books are. $20?
$20.
Yeah, probably something like that.
At least 20. It's not going to be like 5. You can buy the digital version for $32. No.
Guys.
We'll see. They look nice.
A man named Bill Lugidice, or whatever the fuck, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Bill, who has now written for PC Gamer about PC gaming history and his massive gaming collection in the past, is going to sell his hoard of vintage computers and games later this month. The auction is being run by Bartner's Auction and will happen on May 31st at the New Jersey Convention and Expo Center. Other items will be on sale, but I expect the gaming auction to take up a good part of the venue. It's that big. So, the list of items he will be selling, some of them are the Atari 400, a bunch of Atari shit, up to the 2600 video computer system, a bunch of other shit, dude, like the BBC Master 128. Huh?
You know...
Huh?
I see he has here on here the TSR-80, which was Radio Shack, and my dad had 2 of those. We would play checkers and chess on there.
Yeah,
he has old school stuff, guys.
He has all the TRS-80 models: the Model 1, the Model 2, the Model 3, the Model 4.
I had a Model 2.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have it. Dad did, but they weren't that expensive at the time. But it's unbelievable that these are all vintage now at the time, or now they're vintage. It's crazy. The Atari 1040 STE. Wow. The Falcon 030 computer system. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Damn, there's a lot of stuff on here.
Some old shit.
Packard Bell, Platinum, yep. Heard of all these. Seen some of these.
300.
He said, according to this, he will also have games for these systems when they auction them off. You can buy a game for it. If you want to play an old game, I guess. You can do that.
There's a place about an hour and a half away from me, maybe 2 hours, but he has one of the world's largest collections of video games, dating all the way back into all this kind of stuff. Like, he has everything set up there, and you can play it. And he basically started collecting it, and then he opened this museum in Bradford, I believe, which is about 2 hours away from me. I've always been meaning to go there, but I've never actually gone.
There's a community, Ryan. There's a community member on TXL that has a lot of systems.
Yes,
he collects them.
Yeah.
And I've never seen pictures or asked to see them. But he's like, oh yeah, I've got a for example, anyway. But he was like, oh yeah, the Panasonic. Probably
Panasonic 3DO.
It's the 3DO. He's like, oh yeah, I've got 2 of those. Like wow, really? Man. Crazy.
Those things were expensive when they came out, man.
It's nuts.
Yeah. Anyways, another news on this week's Far Cry 5 live event. If you guys haven't been doing those, you know that you'll get rewarded special items in the game for the live event, such as an outfit, a weapon, a vehicle skin, etc. This week, if you go and kill 10 wolves with a bow and arrow, you will get the Far Cry 5 shovel launcher. It looks like a rocket launcher, but it shoots shovels instead of rockets.
Decapitates.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, you gotta complete the live event though, and the live events usually are like timed, so like they'll be like 5 hours long. So you gotta do it within those 5 hours. Go and kill 10 wolves, and then you get it.
So how does that work? I see that pop up on my screen. Do I have to?
You just kind of have to activate it. Yeah, you activate it by start doing it, I think, or something like that. It's kind of like I know Assassin's Creed Origins has the same thing. They've been doing it since the game launched, where in Assassin's Creed Origins you have to fight the old gods or whatever, like the Scorpion King and shit.
But that's a specific area, and you got to be level 20.
There's a live event section in Far Cry, isn't there? You just go to the live event section and play the live events.
Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how you do it.
Yeah. In other news, the Defiance dev team has talked about the main differences between Defiance on the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro. They said that the main difference is the resolution. Making sure to accommodate the 4K resolution is both a benefit and a hurdle with game development. It has also been interesting to see first frame per second rates on the updated Pro and X platforms, and testing those compared to the originals. They offer sizable boost in performance without even needing to do anything special. He also confirmed that the game will run at 60 frames on both machines, as well as upscaled 4K resolutions. The PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X will run at over 60 frames a second with VSync turned off. It will run at 4K resolution, but not native 4K 1080p upscaled. So it might be that the PS4 Pro might not be able to do 4K. Maybe the Xbox will hit 4K at sometimes. Anyways, if you're interested in those kind of numbers, there you go. But they'll both be running at 60 frames a second. So I guess at that point is what resolution do you prefer? A lower one, a bigger one? How the fuck did my cat get into my room? What's going on right now?
What's happening?
I'm scared. He literally just popped up right here, right now. I'm fucking tripping, dude.
He was there the whole time, Jesus.
Was he?
He was on your TV behind you. You didn't see him.
Is he? Really? He doesn't have a collar on. He doesn't have a collar on, so I don't hear him when he jumps around. Like right now, he just popped up on my bed and he's licking himself. It's kind of weird. He never comes into my room.
You have a quest to fulfill.
Yeah, the side quest just popped up.
Totally distract me from the main quest.
Shit. Another news. I wanted to say I did end up playing that Ewok mode for Star Wars Battlefront 2, and the Ewok mode is pretty fun, guys. I liked it. So like, yeah, it's pretty much.
I forgot to try that.
It's pretty much battle royale, kind of like infected almost mode. It's like 1 or 2 players will start off as the Ewoks, and they have a little spear, and they have like super fast speed, like they could run a little bit faster. They have like that as a perk, and they also have like another perk that lets them, track footsteps. Like if you press LB, like for like a couple minutes, like a couple seconds, like 30 seconds or a minute, you can see like the red footsteps of the stormtroopers, or you can like if like there's a stormtrooper in front of you hiding in a bush, but he's not hiding behind something solid. You can see the outline of him hiding behind the bush or whatever, like, you know, so it was really interesting playing it, and it kind of, it's really hard, man. It's really dark in the game. Like, pretty much you can only see what you have when you have your lamp on, when you're a stormtrooper, that's what you can see, but the Ewoks can see pretty clear at night. And, so yeah, when the ship lands, and you're the last one alive, it's so hard to get to the ship because you're running so fast to get to the ship because the ship will take off in a minute or 30 seconds. So you have to get there, and sometimes it'll be across the map. So you have to run and you hear like the little Ewoks making noises around you, and sometimes you hear them chasing you, and you turn around, and sure enough, there's like 3 of them running right behind you, trying to throw things at you to like stun you. It's funny, dude. But it was crazy. It was a fun mode. I liked it. Me and Clint played up quite a bit of it last time.
Is it? I think it's double XP this weekend. I
hope they have that mode again, because when they first brought it out, it was a limited event only, and then they brought it back because people were like saying like, "Why the hell did you guys take that away? That was the best mode you guys had. Why'd you take it out?" So I think they brought it back. I think it'll be there this weekend. I plan on playing it again tonight, probably.
Cool. And I hope they bring out the zombie mode in Siege again. Just like another special
Dude, that
thing.
mode was good, man. Like, fucking A. Why would you take that out? Why would you take that out?
I have not heard anything since.
Why would you take that out? That was like a cool, like, little thing the game needed, because the game lacks a single-player story, right? There's no story to the game. There's no campaign. Keep that in there like as kind of a campaign, you know what I mean? And
bring it 4-player co-op. Don't fuck with this three people.
Three people bullshit makes it too hard, because if one goes down...
Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah, I think they did it that way because they wanted to make it hard. Because if you have 4 people and one goes down, only one person...
You can revive people.
Only one person can revive him, and the other 2 guys can cover that. But when 3 people are there and one goes down, that means there's only one gun shooting. So that one person has to be a really good shot and defend the player picking the other guy up. When there's 2... Like, you can have, like, a shitty player and an alright player defending the people picking each other up. It's just, I think that's why they did it that way. It makes it harder. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Bring it back, guys. Bring it back. Now.
Bring back our good co-op play.
I'm done. That's it. News time is over. Let's
move on to community questions.
Brought to you by Captain Hook.
Captain. All right. First one is from Steve Morlian. He wants to know, if there was one video game character that you could meet in real life, which one would it be? Who would we want to meet, folks?
I want to meet... who do I want to meet?
I want to meet Duke Nukem. I know the voice actor, and he goes to different... cons. But that would be cool to like meet fucking Duke Nukem, man.
That's like who you're gonna meet.
The real life Nuke Nukem with this flat top and everything. I always say
Lara Croft in every fucking question, so this time it's gonna be Duke Nukem.
All right.
Oh man.
Balls of steel.
Yeah.
And I'm all out of bubblegum. Yeah, he would be cool.
Yeah. I would want to meet, I don't know who I would want to meet. A video game character, like the actual character in real life.
Yeah, the real the character. Yeah. Like if you were like transported to a video game.
Yeah, like it comes to fucking, like it pops out of your TV and it's talking. In your fucking living room.
See, I would say like something like Master Chief, but he doesn't talk. He like just stares at you, sitting with his fucking helmet on, looking at you. And you can't even see his face.
He stands over your bed. It's time to get up, Jesus.
It's time to go. He doesn't ever talk to
the fight.
He doesn't. He doesn't talk to anybody but Cortana. Like he has social issues. He doesn't have any friends.
Just breathe through that mask like a creepo.
Yeah, so super loud.
So I'm gonna go with my usual, and I'm gonna say fucking Moxie from Borderlands.
Oh yeah. You just want that rack in your face, don't you?
It's not just the rack.
Shit.
You want to drink?
Glad Kathy's not here.
You'd be like,
oh, shit. I'm live on Facebook. I hope she's not.
Oh, fuck. What is she saying? Have an emotional
she's
breakdown.
Pregnant, she'll fucking freak
have an emotional breakdown about why the fuck you say things. Why would you say that live on Facebook?
She just popped in your room right now, Ryan. She just like
shit because she hears me talk about her on like anytime I say anything about her, she hears me and she's like, "Why are you talking about me?" Like that time that I shouldn't say this, but the time that I talked about when we came back from Mexico.
Oh yeah.
And she could poop for a while. And I mentioned that on the podcast, and she gives me shit to this day for that.
Now you mentioned it again.
Now you brought it up again.
She's not here to hear me. So.
Oh, yeah. Wait till she hears the show. Somebody will message her and be like, hey, Ryan said this about you at this time on the show.
Yeah, check it out.
But I don't know what character I want to meet, guys. There's so many things I would want to meet, like from a video game in real life. Like, I would want to meet a dragon, like from Skyrim and shit. Like, think about how cool that would be, dude.
Talk.
The dragons do talk, right?
Converse.
But no, I don't talk dragon tongue, man. Come on, bro. It's only the
Talk
dragon
shit to it.
and then it'll fucking eat
Shoot
you.
at him.
That'd be so cool though, like
you.
to see a real dragon, man. That'd be fucking legit. I would want to meet a dragon. A dragon. Don't tell me to do drugs to meet a dragon, guys. I will not.
There you go. He wants to meet Puff the Magic Dragon.
I don't want to do drugs to meet a dragon. Next question.
All right, next one. Also another one from Steve. He says, does it annoy you just as much as it does me when people say they have read the book, but then mention that they listened to it in an audiobook? If you ask me, they only think they read was the title before pushing play.
The only thing they read was the title before.
The only thing they read. Yeah. Wait, so they read the book and then listened to it in an audiobook?
No. It's like if I say, Gunny, I read Ready Player One, but then I say, well, I didn't read it. I listened to it in an audiobook.
I do that, Steve. So that's me. I'm one of those.
I am too. I listen. I love audiobooks. They're so much easier.
People don't read books anymore, man. Like,
get with the time. Get with the time, rare. Steve. It's fucking 2018, dude. No one reads books.
And no one reads paper books, I should say. You know? And even reading on a Kindle has become like a thing of the past.
Yeah.
You know, now it's audiobooks.
That was 2010, bro. The Kindle was cool back then. It's 2018 now. We're moved on. Technology has grown to us, letting us listen to things.
I love my prepper zombie books on Audible.
Yeah.
I love listening to them.
Do you read them, Gunny? Do you read them?
I don't read them, but you know the cool thing about it is you could buy the Kindle version for $4 after you've paid $26 for a book.
That's kind of expensive.
That's how much those things cost.
Does a book cost as much in audio form that it does in Kindle form? Like if I wanted to buy, for example, the Harry Potter books, and I was like, I'm gonna buy the series in Audible, and it's like $100 or whatever. Would it be cheaper for me to buy the Kindle version or like a paperback version?
Absolutely, because you can buy a Kindle version. Let's say if it's a new release and it's like a Harry Potter. Yeah. How much are those?
Like $30. How much? Right? We'll say $35.
No, I think those are really. I don't.
Books are expensive, especially Harry Potter books. They're like popular as shit,
and those are more the Triple H style. Well, even the audiobooks, they're usually $26 to $29.
Okay.
For a AAA.
Yeah, because I've seen the Harry Potter audiobooks on there, and they're like $30.
Yeah, I think if you buy... So the cool thing is if you do buy them like on the Kindle store, and let's say you pay the $29, you're going to get the audio version for like $4.
Really?
If it's offered, yeah. If it's offered, you'll literally get it for...
Because Amazon owns Audible, right? And they own Kindle and all that shit, so...
Right, so I think it does kind of go cross-buy. Well, it's more of a deep discount kind of thing. And the thing that's cool about it is, because there's a few books that I own that are on Kindle and Audible. Mm-hmm. So if you go to that page, it'll literally, you can stop what you're doing, go on to your other, whatever, go to your audio thing, and it'll play from...
Oh, shit. So if I'm reading like Harry Potter in a book, like I'm reading the Kindle version on my iPhone or iPad version, and I'm going through it, and I stop on a certain page... And then I could switch over to my phone, start up Audible, and continue playing it from where I left off?
Absolutely. It'll give you the option. A thing will pop up. It'll say, hey, you're on page 22 from Kindle. Do you want to start listening from that point on where you left off? You can say yes or no.
Fucking the future. That is the future, Gunny. Wow,
yeah, so
mind blown.
Harry Potter books.
Actually, Jesus, it's now. It's now.
Oh my God!
It's now.
We are in that. We're now in the future. We are now in the future. Steve, get with the times.
Think about how wrong those two words together are.
We are now in the future. The future is now.
Little bit of an oxymoron there.
Shut up. You know what I mean. The future is now.
So you're right, Steve. I need to stop saying I read it.
I read books all the time in Audible.
All right. Next question, guys.
Well, Steve, just so you know, I never read books in audio form, but I never read books either, so it doesn't...
That's why he's so smart.
He's European, guys. The Europeans read books all the time. That's what I heard. It's what they do for their pastime.
It's all they got over there. They just got books.
Just have books.
Yeah. How you liking that Overwatch
books
over there,
and tea
Steve?
time.
Enjoy it while it lasts, okay?
What are you talking about? He doesn't have video games. He only has books.
Yeah, he only has books.
Paper. His Xbox, it's just a book that opens up.
Yeah, and then he reads the games. That's what he does.
The adventurous games.
It's like an adventure book when he's reading the book. Like, make a decision here.
Who you shoot him in the head?
Yeah.
Or try to sneak around the corner?
The excerpts of Xbox Live.
Shit. Next question. Fuck.
Next one is from JJ. John Jerome. Jesus talked about last show about people with slower internet connections, and I am one of them. So I was angry when I put in Final Fantasy 15 and saw that it was a 40 gig from disk and a 36 gig download. This is going to take 3 weeks for the download. In order to ship these larger games completely, are they going to start downloading multiple Blu-ray discs or switch to flash drives as games get larger to keep physical copies going for the end of this generation and next-gen consoles? No, John, because I don't know how PlayStation works, but from Xbox, the disc is only a license, right?
That's exactly.
No. You still install the game off the disc, but any updates have to be downloaded, and some of those updates are huge. Like,
right. So if you're offline, it'll download from disc. That's what it was, right?
No, even if you're online, like
no, I think when you're online,
if I buy, say, Gears of War, just picking a game.
Okay.
I pick up Gears of War, right? I will install 36, 38 gig off the disc, but there'll be another 20 or 30 gigs that have to download and install after there, like patches and updates and.
I don't think so. I listened to this. I listened to this Xbox Live with Mark Wingman, and he said, "I'm pretty sure you."
I'll do it right now. I'll do it right.
And he said,
"Do it right now.
Live,
do it right now. Live demonstration."
Go get a disc. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
You get a fucking disc. It's gonna be a download. I think you're right, Gunny. I think it's just like a license that lets you. Because you're already on the internet, right? So it firms with the internet,
correct.
This person has installed this disc. Yeah, and instead of doing it the way Ryan is saying, maybe it does install off disk when you're off the internet. Like if you were to start up your Xbox,
right,
take it offline, put the disc in, it'll be okay, installing off a disk, 40 gigs. But as soon as you went online. As soon as you go online, it'll prompt you and be like, this needs an update. You need to update this to play it.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but what you were talking about with the disc, that's for original Xbox games.
No.
That's back and pat. If you put the disc in, it's just a license, and then,
No, I remember.
I do not have Shadow War installed on this Xbox.
Okay, do it right now.
I'm sure.
Do it right now.
I put this in. It's going to install off the disc.
All right.
That's not true.
We want to see
what I'm saying
we need to see the screen, Ryan. We need to see the screen. We need confirmation.
I'm talking about an initial thing. If when it comes with that, so if you're online, it's going to download from the store.
Yeah.
If you pull your USB or your Ethernet out of the back, it'll download from the disc.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I don't know
it
if
installs off the disc.
No, it doesn't. Let's argue with
Wingman confirm this. I believe this came when the Xbox.
We'll see if Wingman is a liar.
I will confirm it right now that
it wasn't back on the 360 days.
Turn your camera towards the TV. I want to see before the prompt pops up. I want to see this confirmation.
Anyway, to answer John's question, I don't know. I think Yeah, right. How's that going to work? I mean, with these...
We're getting visual confirmation.
These discs, are they just going to go on Blu-ray type style drives or what?
We see the target.
Or are we just going to get smaller?
Zoom in on the targets.
Okay, the size of the content that you're updating is 10 gigabytes. That's what I have to download. The rest of it comes off the disc.
Okay. All right. That's what you claim.
Go continue. Press.
What you're talking about, Gunny, is the Xbox the like. Shit, is this? No. Okay, there it is.
Yeah, I just always thought
original Xbox and Xbox 360 game.
But
are just a license. That's all it is.
But start it. I want you to start it to see if it starts downloading it.
Okay. So wait here. Okay.
Start it because I think it's going to download from the internet.
It's downloading right now, or it's installing right now.
Go to your queue. Go to your queue. Go to your queue.
Yeah, I don't know if the queue will show it.
The queue will show if there's data being used, like network data.
See, look. Oh, I can't get close enough to it.
What does that say?
Can you see
stop
that?
with the camera.
The top says disk, 4 kilobytes, 30 gigabytes being installed off the disk. The network is a 10 gigabyte download.
Like boom! Or what have you.
Motherfuckers, I told you.
Okay. We have now confirmed that Wingman is a liar and he is wrong.
I am. I misunderstood.
Gunny and Wingman are both liars.
Wingman is not a liar.
No. I just
Wingman
misunderstood.
Is talking about is also true, but you misunderstood what he was saying. The original Xbox and Xbox 360s,
yes,
that's just a license. When you put that disc in, it downloads completely from the network because you don't use that
the disc, right? Yeah,
that comes from the network. But when you're doing Xbox One games, if you have the disc version, I don't have to download that original whatever 30 gigs, say, just for Shadow of War, for instance. Oh no, my camera screwed up.
Okay, I thought it was all coming from the internet.
But guys, let's answer John Jerome's question. He asked, in order to ship these larger games complete, are they going to start doing multiple Blu-ray discs or switch to flash drives? Gunny's over here trying to make us prove a point. Gunny, Wingman is wrong. You're wrong. I'm wrong because I thought
Wing's gonna get mad.
I was on your side, man. I was on your side, man. I was on your side, Gunny. I was defending you. I was supporting you. I will never support you again. You're wrong.
Okay, let's delete this part.
But
remove this.
And we're recording.
Rope's question was what now?
So
hey,
yeah, I mean,
for example,
he's right, dude. He's saying that. You know, it's going to take him 3 weeks to download that 36 gig download for Final Fantasy 15's update. It's a 40 gig from the disc, he says, but in order to ship larger games in the future, complete, you know, like the game is done. You're going to ship it out. Will they start doing multiple Blu-ray discs? Because a Blu-ray disc can hold up to 40 gigs. Am I correct? 40 gigs or 45 gigs?
I heard. Yeah, but they're not going to do that because of the fact that they have this, you know. I mean, you think about 360, at the end of the cycle, they started doing that, and it's such a fucking hassle.
Well, I remember L.A. Noire was a game that had 4 discs on the 360.
Windows 95 had this crap going on.
Yeah, it was kind of weird in L.A. Noire when I was playing it. Like, all of a sudden, I reached a point in the game where it was like, please insert disc 2. The Witcher 2 had the same thing, where it was like,
yes,
1 disc and 2 discs. What other game had it? L.A. Noire, The Witcher.
Grand Theft Auto 4.
5,
was
right?
A double disc.
Was 5 a double disc?
No, yeah, 5 was what I was thinking. Yeah, when that originally released. I think it was a double disc, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Pretty sure it was. 5. And you had to install the second disc first and then put the first disc in.
And then it
Don't they have
all they did was
double layer discs? Or is that the same thing as far as the 40 gigs max?
No, it's the same thing. I think there's always.
Or are they just more expensive to manufacture?
Yeah, it might be that they don't want to do it that way because it's more expensive to make those discs. What I'm thinking though is that in the future, I mean, like I always said, there's a problem with the infrastructure of the internet in this country. There's people that live where they cannot get gigabyte internet or even 20 megabyte internet because it's just too expensive. So these updates do take weeks. Smaller. I don't know how they're going to do that. They need to be able to get these games, either start compressing them to make them smaller, or ship, like he said, a thumb drive to you or something, or cartridge type thing, like a USB stick.
I think if anything, John, they'll just make them smaller and go, here's the core game, the bare bones basic.
And you have to download everything.
We can put it on a disc, and then everything else will have to come from.
Oh God, that's even more. There's more shit to download. Yeah. that makes the problem even worse.
They're gonna fill a disc. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see them not doing that. They have to at least give you the majority of the game shipped on disc. That only makes sense. But I don't know what the hell is going on with my camera. It keeps turning off.
Yeah, but I mean, we're talking about the future when they're just making these games that are just take more graphical power and
that are 80 gigs big. What are they going to do at that point?
Yeah, what do they do after that? Do they go double disc in a game case?
I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it makes sense anymore when there's another delivery system, you know. And most people are using it. And I understand that there are people that have issues with that. And, you know, fortunately for me, I'm not one of them, and neither are you guys, right? Like, we have decent internet. But there's people that live in, like, the mountains and stuff.
Yeah.
And they can't get a decent internet connection, you know. And
so we're talking about the next maybe GTA 6.
Or
the next Skyrim or something.
Yeah, how are they going to do it? Like, are they just going to, like, try to compress the files onto one disc, right? Try to make the next GTA 6 into one disc?
Could they do something like that where
but if the game is 60 gigs...
Your mountains don't get rendered. Your mountains don't get rendered because you didn't update... You know, it's not part of the disc. And there's not enough room.
There's compression technology. Like, for instance, if you remember when Skyrim released on 360, that disc was 7 gigs, just over 7 gigs. I think it was like 7.5 gig. Yeah. That's it for Skyrim, because their compression technology is fucking amazing. And you know, they know how to fucking what they can shrink down to make it tiny to fit on a disc.
Yeah.
And that's what needs to catch up. There needs to be a way for these devs to be able to compress their shit so much to fit on a regular Blu-ray or another format has to come out.
Wasn't the 360 gig, the disc, weren't they 8 gigabytes? Something like that? 8 gigs or 9 gigs?
Yeah, because it was just a DVD. Right?
So...
But I mean, you're going to have to do this at launch. You're going to have to do it at launch, right? For these physical...
Like the next-gen system, the PS5, the Xbox Next, or whatever the fuck they call it, they might introduce a new type of disc, maybe, or a thumb drive style thing, because a thumb drive can hold up to like 300 gigs for even a terabyte. You know, like a thumb drive can hold many, like I said, a terabyte of data. I mean, are they gonna maybe switch to those and be like, we got rid of a disk drive and added a USB port for games? Like, you can just plug in a USB stick and it has the game on there. Like, no need for the internet if you don't have internet.
You know, and then maybe they don't even need space on that again. It becomes a license thing, right?
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
But that totally screws people in that.
Yeah,
direction.
the whole point is to like give people that don't have internet the full game. You know what I mean?
See,
like,
that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's where they're going to start, right? They're not
like
just
they have to go to their public library or something.
Go download the updates.
Be like, can I hook up to the internet?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. For that's how it might start, where they're not going to go straight up. No DVD drive for the next console, right? They might say, no, we're going to keep it, but hey, if you're going to play that next GT game, you're just going to play the single player, but we've got so much we couldn't fit it all on one disc. It is playable, but no, you can't go to this area because it hasn't been updated, right? That's what I'm talking about, right?
But at that point, they could just say...
Where they didn't want to put the time and effort and money into make it a second disc.
To me, it'll go whatever's cheaper. If it's cheaper to manufacture disc than it is to manufacture a thumb drive, the companies that stick with disc. But if it becomes cheaper to make thumb drives that are bigger, like they can hold 200 gigs, make it a 200 gig thumb drive, If you can make those cheaper in bulk and you can make a disc, they will switch. They will be like, fuck disc, we're going to thumb drives. When you buy a case of a game, instead of opening it up to see a disc, you're going to open up and see a little thumb drive in there, and you're going to stick that into your console. It's going to have the game on there, whatever. And if you need to download a file update, you can go to your library, stick it into the computer, download whatever file, put it back into your console. You don't need the internet on your console, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
I think that could work. Could be a solution, but at the same time, discs are super cheap to make, so...
They're going to come out with something and just say, well, if you're not going to your library or down to your local, local city hall or wherever it is to,
their solution will be
taking your Xbox to City Hall.
I don't know where I just came up with that. Whatever. Your community hall is what I meant.
Excuse me, can I plug my Xbox in?
Are you here to pay a water bill? Nope. Download.
No. The solution is going to be Xbox will install internet poles in every city where you can walk out to the internet pole, plug in your console to it. It has to be on Xbox. It won't do it for the PS4. And it'll give you free internet for your Xbox to download updates. That's it. Problem solved.
I'm solved. There you go.
I'm sorry to
get on it, Microsoft.
I'm sorry to hear you have that problem, John. That must fucking suck, dude. I would be so frustrated to like put in a game and like have to wait even an hour to play it. It's frustrating for me to even wait an hour to download a game. I could not imagine having to wait like a day or two.
I remember having to wait an hour. I remember those.
Remember the days when you put the disc in the drive and the game just played?
Yeah, it just worked like 5 seconds later. That was crazy.
And then we went to the next generation of consoles, and it was like,
and I remember,
come back in like 2 hours.
You remember when GTA 5, one of the big things that people were complaining about when it came out on 360 and the PS3 was, on the 360 you had to install the disc before you played it. So people were all complaining like, why do I have to sit here and wait for 20 minutes while the disc installs? I want to play the game now. Now we're like fucking downloading updates before we can play games and shit. It was way different, man. It's crazy how things have changed.
And it's weird how when they started they did that update where, hey, you can install the disc on your Xbox 360, and I think you could do it with your PS3.
It'll run a little bit faster.
It was way after the end of its life cycle, and near the end, right? And then they did that, and then it was just, I think
PlayStation 3 had to install.
Yeah, those were long. Those would take forever.
And Xbox 360 was
optional. Xbox you could choose to,
and
you could play off.
I remember on my Xbox 360, I had like a 250 gig hard drive, so I would always install them because it would help loading times a little bit, and just for that reason. But I remember on what was it? Like on the PS3, I remember I bought a PS3 for the first time when the Tomb Raider first came out. The reboot came out. I had a PS3 before that, but I sold it just like I sell everything I buy. I bought a new one of those white ones, the white slim PS3s that came with the Tomb Raider game. I bought that. And I got so frustrated with installing the fucking game because it took 7 hours to install. 7 hours. I had good internet too. I plugged that shit in. It was like, update time, install time, 7 hours. I was like, you are full of shit. I could put the disc into my 360 and play it in a minute. Why the fuck do I have to wait 7 hours to install a disc on a console? And they were the worst. Dude. That was the worst thing ever. That was bad.
Yeah. And then they had was it the external hard drive you could do on your Xbox 360 at the very end of its life cycle? I was like, what the fuck? They did everything backwards.
Yeah.
You know? But I guess it was an option for those that wanted to have that.
Yeah. What's the next question?
Anyway. Next one, last one from Brian Tolt Jr. It says, so if you guys are wrestlers, what's your outfit look like? What's your gimmick? What style do you fight?
All right, so I'm going to go with like a red leather outfit.
Red leather?
Yep, like tight leather pants and like a vest and like a sombrero. And my gimmick is going to be that I sing like a mariachi song every time I come out. And I'll have mariachis with me, like a band that comes out with me playing music. And
you went all stereotype, didn't you?
And as I'm wearing a sombrero, I'm going to run into the ring And like my gimmick, another gimmick I'll have is I'll always have like a weapon under my sombrero, like some kind of stick or something. So like in the middle of the fight, I'll just take off my sombrero and start beating the fuck out of the person with like brass knuckles or something that I'll hide under my sombrero. Yeah,
a stick. Okay.
Or like brass knuckles. You know, like you can put like brass knuckles under the sombrero and like be fighting like shit, and then like I'm getting my ass kicked. So
like, you gonna fucking wrestle?
I get up. Well, no, yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll figure out a fucking way. Okay, I'll figure out a damn way.
To your head.
And then like you know, like I'm getting my ass kicked, and the guy's slapping me, and he's slapping me, and then my sombrero flies off, and I reach up, grab the brass knuckles, and punch him in the face. And then that happens, and then there's blood everywhere, and then shit gets crazy, and then I grab a guitar, because the mariachi band is going to be around the ring, right? They're going to be playing music for me. It gets me hyped up. You know, this is when the music starts. They start playing music really loud, and it gets really hyped. So I'm going to run over to one of them mariachis. They play the
music through your whole match?
Yeah.
They just keep their...
No. See, they play music when I'm going... They're playing music when I'm going down, so it's like a healing song. So, like, it'll be like the healing song for Jesus. And then I get back up, I get my strength from the music, then I run over to my mariachi, I fucking grab a guitar, and I break it over the opponent's head, and I win. Boom.
There you go.
That's right. Fucking... Yep. WWE, call me. I got some wrestling ideas for you. The Mexican mariachi sombrero fighter.
God, I don't even know.
Not like that. Si, senor. That's exactly. They'll be out there singing and be doing backflips off the ropes.
What's your finishing move, Jesus?
My finishing move, like I said, it'll be the guitar break over the head, and then I'll do the pin.
No. But that can't be your finishing move because that's an illegal move. Oh. Like, what's your finisher gonna be?
Oh well, then I'll just like.
I got it. What
is it?
It's got to be the crucifixion.
And then like you pin him, upside down crucifixion.
Put him up, power bomb him down.
Oh man!
Hang him up on the cross, and then you power bomb him.
And then like another thing I'll do on the ring is I'll like dance mariachi music in the middle of the ring, when like the person, you know, when like the people go down, they're like dragging themselves
on top of them, right? As you dance around them.
And you know how the people. You know how people go down, they're usually down for a minute and they're like dragging themselves. I'll be like dancing around them with my mariachi music, dropping flowers on them like red roses. And then I'll be the best wrestler ever. Come on, guys, call me. This is the best moves ever.
Here comes Jesus walks a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, woo. I got this. That's my wrestling fantasy, guys.
I was thinking of, it's funny because at first I was thinking Ryan had mentioned the companion in God of War, which I haven't seen, and apparently he was trying to avoid spoilers. But it was then what did you say, like Lollipop Chainsaw? And I was thinking, I'll come out in like a short skirt and just show shaggy balls or something. But no, I'd definitely be the redneck in the dirty overalls and the.
You're going all America. You're going all America on this shit.
I'd be all America.
Like you're gonna have a gun on you, shoot gun in the air.
I'd come out with a shotgun, like a fake one, of course. Because you don't want to be. Then you'll have shotgun. It would shoot salt rock,
No, you'll have a blank in there, like blank bullets, and then you just shoot it up in the sky.
There you go.
Yeah, fuck yeah, America.
You playing some country or some.
Then you'll have like the eagle. You'll have like an eagle fly in right behind you and like fly right over you.
It would like land on my shoulder, but not like Be like, this is Brett.
Fucking eagle flies in.
Yeah. Then I'd come in and definitely be playing some bluegrass, and then I think my finisher would definitely be like the armpit to the face,
Oh.
It would be like getting hit with pepper spray.
Oh, there you go. Like it'll stun the people. Yeah. There you go.
Then I'd probably just fart, and
No, you got to drink a beer sometime in the fight. You got to crack open
I was thinking I'd come out with a beer bottle.
You got to crack open a Bud Light or a Budweiser in the middle of the fight and just like chug it and pour it all over yourself and like go crazy.
And then hit my opponent in the head with it.
There you go. This is like
Just put a lot of thought into this. I have no idea what kind of wrestler I would... What?
I just seen how ridiculous wrestling is, so I'm going all out, dude. Why not? Shit.
Gunny Billy. I don't know. I was being stupid.
Gunny Billy.
I don't know what my character name would be.
It could be Gunny Chief. That's Super America, dude.
Hell yeah.
Gunny Chief.
But I was never in the military since I married my cousin. They said that was a no-no.
What the fuck? Oh, what's the Canadian gonna be like? I wonder what kind of wrestler he'll be.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You have to be very apologetic. You'll be an apologetic wrestler.
Yeah. I'll just be like a stereotypical Canadian and be like, hey, I'm coming out to wrestle, eh?
Can we shake hands first?
Yeah, and I'll throw maple syrup at you.
Ooh, man, maple syrup. You got to bust out the hockey stick at one point.
The guy, would get hit with the syrup and be like, ooh, actually, that's pretty good.
There you go.
Hockey stick in a Tim Hortons cup.
There you go. Wearing like a Canada jersey for the hockey team. Yeah.
We'd all be like, it's wrestling, bro. This is not fucking wrestling.
This is hockey. This is the wrong sport.
Oh, sorry, eh?
I'm so sorry.
I'm lost.
I'll apologize.
Ryan would come out. He'd come out in his his hockey mask, like the goalie, right? And the other opponent would be like, "What the fuck, dude?" Be like, "I just brushed my teeth. I don't want to get him dirty." You know?
It's gonna be like red, like the onesie thing.
Yeah.
You know, they wear the shorts and it got the straps that come up. Yeah. And it's gonna be red on both sides, and then with a big Canadian maple leaf in the middle.
Yeah,
just like a Canadian flag. I'll rock you, Gunny. It's me versus you.
Because that's what I came out right there.
Yes.
I just laid the shotgun down.
We would be against each other.
See, I'd come out right there on the ring. Right there. I would come out and put the shotgun on and be like, I'm not going to hurt you like that. And I'd start flinging feces at you.
But that's okay.
I play dirty.
I'd flick some maple syrup, and then it'd go inside your gun, and then you go to shoot it, and it'd blow up in your face, and you'd be like, oh, shit! Like, damn. Canadian got you again.
Wrestling.
Yeah, that's when my eagle will come in and peck your eyes out.
Sorry, I got you again.
Go, Gunny's going to use the eagle in the ring. That's a good idea, Gunny.
Oh, no.
I'm going to use
the freedom attack.
My origins eagle and come and peck your eyes out.
The eagle comes down, ska! And then the fucking beaver comes up and slaps him out of the air with his tail.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to go try and bite your ear, and that's when you fucking moose will kick me right in the noggin.
Ryan, you got to ride a moose into the ring. Ride a fucking moose into the ring. You show up with the big-ass moose to the fight. Ride it into the ring.
I can see it now.
Oh, my God.
Shit. Oh, man. That'd be so Canada. There you go, guys. That's our wrestling. Just call us WWE. We'll become wrestlers. Fuck yeah. Is that all the questions we have, Gunny?
I'm sorry. Let's see. I think that was it.
Right.
The only other one I saw on Discord was from our friend Evan Tanaka. Shirt Pockets just wanted to make a rap for the show for next week. I think he should, Evan.
Do it.
Write us a rap, baby.
Write us a rap about our...
Drop us some knowledge on the show, man.
Need a new E.T. track.
Yeah.
Need that new E.T. track. Little E.T.
Where does he put that audio? Oh, he can just, get that audio out to us, man. We're going to publish it to us and distribute it.
Yeah.
Feedback.
We're going to add you to this call is what we're going to do. That's what I'll do right now.
Okay.
How's that, Evan? I'm adding you to the call right now, so that way that you can go on your Skype and boom.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, with that being said, the show's over. It's done. Show's over. Find us on Xbox Live. Find me on Xbox Live. Gamertag Jesus Walks a Lot. On the PlayStation Network, GSUS Walks a Lot. I'll be playing some of the Ewok mode tonight. Maybe some PubG. I'll definitely head on over to the PlayStation and get some God of War in my life. I won't play Beyond Two Souls because that's a PS Plus game free thing. Looks cool.
What is Beyond Two Souls? I keep hearing about it.
It's a story game, kind of like Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
Kind of like...
other David Cage game.
All he makes is those types of games. He doesn't know how to make any other kind of game. But yeah, that's it. That's it, guys. Where can we find you, Ryan?
You can find me on Xbox Live, Steam, and PSN. Gib8777.
Gunny.
And my name is Carmelina. Oh, yeah, I'm Gunny Chief, guys. Cake Sniffer. Gunny Chief. Gunny Chief on Steam.
What's going on right now?
What the fuck?
What's going on right now? I don't even know.
Yeah, Xbox Live, guys. Steam. Go join our Discord. We're on Twitter.
Someone slip you like an acid pill or something? Or
Yeah.
tripping the fuck out
Some of the
there,
listeners
man?
are like, I like that show. Incredible
I don't even know what show you're talking about.
Fun housing or...
What does Gidget say, Jesus?
Peace out, Brussels sprouts, and we'll see you on the next week's edition of the Horrible Gamers podcast. Go to Patreon, give us money. Bye. Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I was just playing this dude called, this dude. I'm playing a dude.
Whoa, man. What are you playing a dude for? That's gross.
It's called Corgan. It was free.
Oh, yeah.
I saw it was free, and I was like, hey, I'll take free. It didn't say it was part of Game Pass. I was actually looking in the store.
No, it's a free-to-play game.
Oh, okay. Is it? I don't see that it's multiplayer. It does come with those crystals that you pick up, so.
It's that one that's like Diablo, right?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a top-down.
Oh, there is a multiplayer, actually.
Do you have Star Wars sheets on your bed?
Yeah. I do. Did I show you the pillowcase I bought?
No, I don't think so. Nice. You're a fucking child, Gunny. What the hell?
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, for a 10-year-old.
You hobo.
I'm a mountain man. Hey, I got some coffee. Some Keurig coffee. It's
I
called...
drank a coffee. I drank the coffee right before I came over here, so we're good. Fucking wired.
Ryan just put in the chat. I'm outside. Hey. Hello, Ryan outside. Hi. Anyways, the coffee is called Laughing Man, like I'm doing now. Laughing
Man. Is it a good coffee brand? Is that like
It's
popular?
okay. It's like a Keurig brand coffee, and it's got like this really catchy thing on the front. When you purchase this coffee, you're helping coffee farmers. Mind blown, folks. Mind blown.
No shit, because they sell coffee and you're buying coffee, so of course you're helping them.
Two, 1, 0, go.
It's not how it works, but okay. I'm ready.
All right. Okay.
In 5, 4, 3.
Take a deep breath. Hold on. I gotta take a vape real quick. Shit. Okay. I think I'm okay now.
In 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,